back, people. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let we get the thing up and popping and up and running. Blessings, people. It's been a while. Again, well, what has it been? A day? You say it's been a while. It's been like a day. Um, yeah, bless up El Padrino. Yeah, we want to talk about this young player. Got to see him versus Rangers. And not only that, he was a player that in that game versus Rangers, Dujon Sterling was actually marking this player. Dujon Sterling was marking Sam Murray, and he had the best. He had the better of him, and he's a left back. All right, a lot of people would say, but JT, we already have Greg Lay. I understand that we have Greg Lay, but to me, Greg Lay is not the answer going forward. Amari Bell coming back off a huge injury. We don't actually know if this player is gonna hit back his maximum peak again and start playing well and holding down that left back position. No, Steve McClaren would have known this youngster, Sam Murray, at Manchester United. Steve McClaren would have known this youngster. So this is where we want to start building the core of this team with these young players that you're gonna have for a while. We saw Spain just did it. Big up yourself, Max City. Everybody just hit the like button on the video as soon as you come in. Today, we're just going to talk some football. So all who are not used to the football thing, that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're talking about the young left back, Sam Murray at Manchester United. A young player that a lot of people, you're not going to hear them start know about the player. Just like when I came out, I did a video on Kobe Mano, like maybe a year ago, and just watching the player, and I thought like, whoa, this player is like so calm on the ball. Why can't our players get to that level? Here is another player now I'm telling you guys about. So all the people here, and he's actually Jamaican. He can represent Jamaica. That's the importance of this. The player Sam Murray can represent Jamaica. And this is a young player. It's not all the time we need to go and get the oldest set of players who hit the Premier League and they're up and running. Although I have left back, we still need young players for every position, grow in the team. So yeah, man, you know that gaming. We have to have those young players because when you look at it, when you look at our last few tournaments, boom, Amari Bell out, injured at Luton. Greg Lay plays well, but guys, come on. The last game Greg Lay didn't play. I think John Bell played. John Bell looked disappointing to me. Thought he could have been looked better. The speed of the game was just too much for John Bell. And I say this, I tell you this, he's just an average. Some of these guys are just average players. Average at best. Look at their statistics at their clubs. So we have to get some of these young players in when you want to build a team. If you look at all the historic great teams, they build a core of young players. Spain just did it in front of us. I know the entire team is not entirely young, but Spain's two most effective footballers in the entire tournament was below 20 years old. Their two most effective footballers on the pitch was below 20. Outside Rodri was below 20 years old. As a team, we looked at the likes of Dujon, Whisper, and those kids were supposed to be those players that we get that optimal performance from under the age of 20. However, Dujon and Whisper we haven't really seen much. Tyler Roberts was another one. The Jamari Clarks. We expected those players. The only one that really kicked off, people hit the like button on the video. Remember to hit the like button on the video. Thank you, everybody. It's 7:15 my time. What time is it where you are? People, what time is it, Caris, where you are in the world? Ball kick. Yeah, what time are where you guys are in the world? Because I'm talking from a perspective of 7:15. I wonder if our perspectives differ based on our time zone. That would have been crazy. That the way we see football is because we're bringing upon um other time zone. That would be crazy. I think the coaches go bring in more England player. It's 12:15 in Jamaica now. Okay, 1:16 in New York p.m. in the afternoon. Okay, so New York is a hour and 15. No, it's an hour ahead of Jamaica. Okay, one second. Yeah, I'm Central Time. Okay, what is Central Time, bro? Yeah. So these kind of players, bro, we need to build because we when you look at it, can Steve McClaren come in and and develop players? I don't know if that's what I want Steve McClaren to do, but I think when he assembles a local team, he should try to get them at their best. Try to get them at their best. That's all we can ask Steve McClaren to do, basically is or maybe instruct some of our young coaches. Yeah, that will be almost free coaching sessions for some of the coaches. A lot of coaches didn't show up to Hal Grims's coaching sessions because them not see some big coach. A man, I go say a Steve McClaren up there, coach for Manchester United right now. I need to go get some lessons under my belt. We are chat, boy. As a man, I pre. That's listen, Jamaicans, we go off that kind of vibe. A man, I say, what? I look a man out there about the from Iceland, say, I run off some coaching course. Me go a 2 time, brother. Me not even like what you tell me neither. I just saw Jamaica people operate on the spectrum there. You see me? I just saw them operate. So he must say to himself, then I'll say, yo, how I go on? Um, how I go on? I saw the man I said to himself, people, me they just have to send out that day again. Central time in the USA. Yeah, man. So this player, Steve McClaren, has to be very good as well to pull Omari Hutchinson. Omari Hutchinson is gonna be an next problem child for winner, bro. He's gonna be an next problem child for winner, bro. Because I tell you, but if Steve McClaren cannot get these players to come, guys, we can give up on it. We can say we try. Cause if a Steve can't get them youth if he come play for Jamaica, I don't know who else is gonna get them to play for Jamaica, bro. We need to have these like we need a decision from Omari Hutchinson, those guys. Just like Flavor Max did take it a bit extreme when he says that people are twerk for Omari Hutchinson. But I do think we do give Omari Hutchinson a huge pass by just like want the player to come. And I'm like, bro, if you don't want to come, if he doesn't want to come, we have to just say him don't want to come, bro. That's how I see it. If him don't want to come, him don't want to come. I really don't want to be stressing the man to come. Like, yeah, like if him don't want to come, bro. But I would love for him to just let us just know that Jamaica can focus elsewhere because he is a good player. Just like how Leon Bailey going with him things, we still want Leon Bailey in at the side. We still want Omar Hutchins in at the side. We want these people in at the side. But the problem is you just never know. Like the man them just become these problem child who just I give be a problem and we just want them on the side. If he pulls Greenwood, expect everyone. Yes, so the coach did say, I think when spoken to, that he can get in touch with Greenwood and make it happen. So he said that there's no problem talking to Greenwood. So I feel confident that if this man can't get Greenwood neither, they're not coming, bro. They're not coming, bro. Trust me. If we can't, if this guy can't, McLaren can't. Listen, I think this is a brilliant move by the JFF. I think this is checkmate. I think this is a move where England, here's a person who knows the youth system in England, has his contacts, and if he knows a player is Jamaican, he's not afraid to say, listen, this is what we're doing down there. The appointment of Steve McClaren is a strategic move that is overall benefit. Yo, Lee, not a lot of people no understand. That's why from them time that when we in the boss them reason about the coach, and me see where them I think about. Me see what them I think about if you go with the coach. And that's why I say, all right, I'm okay with it. I'm good with this because we are going to always have these young players out there on the edge, not knowing if they want to represent Jamaica. Yeah, but chess, if what you mean? If bro, I don't think McClaren is coming to set up Jamaica 20% worse than Coach Jaime Halgrimson. Come on, bro. Come on. Remember, you know, bro, we're not starting a team from scratch, you know. People, we have 50 of us here. Remember to hit the like button, you know. Your hitting of the like button gets the show moving in the right direction. Please and hit the like button, people. Thank you very much. Maybe we start stream too early or something. People them not hitting the like button. I don't know. Dan, make sure you hit the like button already, you know, Lee and Squelch and ball a kick. Everybody who would forward in. Cars, make sure there's electronics. Make sure you hit the like button. All right. JT, if the coach is not instrumental in better players here, then it makes no sense. No, bro, I'm saying like he's the man for me. He's the man, bro. He's the man for me, bro. If this guy, if this guy, if this guy can get some players together, get Greenwood, get the Baileys. The Bailey is gonna be tough because I don't know if he can I don't know if he can convince Bailey. Because we want him in at the side, and we want. I had confirmation that the coach are gonna have the ability to pick from all of the players. Them that bring joy to my soul. But just one here say every cause brother man on might hear we call out Bailey them and talk about interview and them thing then. When ball game coming up, me want the best ball of them on the field, you know. That's just my thing, you know. But in between that, when things are going, obviously on YouTube, we are go basically question things because we're on YouTube. But when it comes down to game day, you see me? When it comes down to game day, we want Cataract. I'm just gonna drop the link because I'm not sending it to my email and my WhatsApp. The link is right there. Um, the link is right there, right? You can just use it whenever. So that's the thing, bro. So the Greenwood thing, as soon as that start heating up, you will hear more about it. Reece Nelson still waiting on a move. The Leicester move broke down. The West Ham move broke down. I don't know if Crystal Palace is in the running to get the player. So Reece Nelson look like he's gonna get jammed up in traffic again a little bit. But I don't expect any of these players in September. I'm letting you know that right now. I don't expect any of these players in September. And why I don't why I don't expect any of these Crystal Palace Hawk Fatal. Okay, true JT, the best 11 out there. Yeah, man, the best 11 we want out there right now. Has to be, but must. We have to have the best 11 out there. But we also understand the dynamics of football. And we also I understand that players are gonna have different personalities. Personalities clash with coaches and FAs. All these bugger, you know what I mean, manner of evil happening. But we would love to have a Leon Bailey back with a Mason Greenwood. Just imagine that. To me, and I'm going all small forwards. Maybe Mikel Antonio make it on the field, but to me is Demari Gray on the left, Bailey on the right, um, and I'm playing Mason Greenwood as a center forward. To be honest, in a 4-3, 4-3-3. I'm almost playing him in as a center forward. Um, yeah, because one of them will have to, or I know I think I have to play one center forward. I want Mason to be facing goal with the ball. So I would play him in the number 10 role. We would start Mikel Antonio up front then as a center forward. Then um um Me a player Greenwood right behind him as the 10. You see me? So it's like a four. What is it now? 4-2-3-1. It's a 4-2-3-1. Then me have my midfielder that sits, which is would have technically be a CDM. The midfielder that sits. Yeah, 4-2-3-1. Me that then have my midfielder that sits, and there that flexible role, that's where we're missing Ravel Marcel. That flex role right there. After you have a sit up, because even if you had Ravel Marcel, you still could have start Damian Lowe and just ask him to tackle. And I'm not I'm just saying I hate it. It's like a nail up the door upon a house when Mr. Damian Lowe starts there. But I was just showing you. But no, let's say a player like Dujon Sterling. Dujon Sterling looks like he's in good football shape right now, this early in the season. Let's say I place him there. Um, if I bring Omari Hutchinson into this team, I'm playing him and Omari Hutchinson in the middle of the park there. He sits deep, and Omari Hutchinson is my ball carrier. That sounds crazy, but that's so I'm going light up front. I'm going really light up front because all those players I call out up front can hurt you. You have to work with Mikel Antonio, Demar Gray coming at you on the left, Bailey on the right, Greenwood in at the 10, Omari Hutchinson at the belly there. So again, and we have one truck park up in front of the defense. The problem we're gonna run into now with the defense, the defending, because Latiba there is playing a hell of a role as the cleanup man back there. And Dishard Bernard wins the headers. So how the hell? I don't know if Steve McClaren plays three at the back. Omari Hutchinson, Omari Pearson is another player that is in the first team at Manchester United. Smart passive success. Thank you very much, bro. Yo, all right. I like how you write out your message, bro. I'm United, and this is Jamaican as well. He's a bro. Link up smart passive success. The link is there, my brother. If you want to chop it up, Arda, I will drop the number in the comment section. Go ahead, Cataract.
Afternoon, Jay Taylor. Afternoon to the poor, to the man. Um, in a moment, I'm going to put on the portrait that you like. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not using portrait right now.
No, man, I know you like when we come on with the full screen. So I'm
Okay,
gonna
yeah, yes,
do
man.
that.
So you
Yes.
put that thing there, yeah, man. But sort of. All right. So yeah, as we were saying, Pino can't play last man G. That's what me I say now. We have a little problem. We have a little problem defensively if you look at how Jamaica. El Padrino says, hoofball days done. McClaren will get us playing some nice. Yo, Padrino, them don't even know. Like, them days they done. Them days they done. But you see, the Jamaican play them smart like Damian Lowe, them, we going a training and just a pass the ball nice on the ground till the game start. Them just start go long. Like them just say, I check the boss, McLean. Outside with it again. Up there with it. You never know because more time it look like it's not. So the coach really teach them to do it, but them just revert to muscle memory, which is just kick it down the field. You see me? So I don't know.
Yes, my dog. The independence and no, it's emancipation to all emancipated yard man and yard woman. Jay Taylor, pick up every yard woman, all yard. Yard and abroad. What you say? Yard and abroad, you want? Yeah, man. The cataract in rest mode. Yeah, man. Cataract song, shell down Stuart Town St. Mary last night, till
Okay.
early morning. Street
Shit.
dance, cataract. And
Okay.
Jugs Lad. Yeah, man, cataract and Jugs Lad will deal with the place Grimy, big up the whole Stuart Town, Bascobel, Mango Valley.
Wow. So you're a
Yeah, man.
place there.
No, yeah, man, we book out, man. Go this to the Cataract Islands, Cataract, Jugs Lord, and Soulsville. Soulsville is a song from Prairie Center.
Okay, so
Trinity
Kata,
Hardware.
let's get back onto the coach. All right. I like the
Yeah, man,
cameo.
but when I get to the course, that's what I tell you. So even though I am tired of coming,
Yeah.
and then as I come in, it was us and the ladies in the 4 by in the 100 meters, Um, so I haven't barely slept a wink, but that's why it's so important. That's why I missed yesterday's show because it was from a daytime thing. The
Yeah.
Jamaican kids, just let me ride for 60 seconds, pitchy patchy, the junk, when I saw those authentic Jamaican um culture and when the pitchy patch and the Jankuno came through and the tall man with the horse head, and we see a bad man chopper take out them phone and a video it,
What we are talking about, you know?
Jamaican culture and what Steve McClaren is coming into.
Okay.
And I think you mentioned it that all the players should be available to him. I'm
Yeah, man.
saying that we have such a rich heritage. Because if you don't understand where you're coming from, you won't know where you're going to. And so I welcome Steve McClaren. Welcome to Jamrock. Respect the process of selection, and everybody might have their own view and their own choice. But I just ask you, I don't want a man get critical of coach and win record and England win record and those things. 'Cause I saw some man chop up the man win record. England and Jamaica, Jamaica. You understand?
Yeah, like me not get that still. Some
I
people are
don't get
moving.
it. So, and me already my beat, man. Yeah, man. It wasn't a sound killing last night. It was also all love and thing, but some feel like that kill some sound. See, a man put out a podcast, right? Bro G, before one of the last time Gunners, up man, you have to do a little more research than Google and transfer market, okay? So when McLaren took over England, you, you, he was dealing with problematic England. There was a Liverpool camp and a Man U camp, and the two of them never speak. You recall that? There was the Jamie Redknapp and Gerrard and the whole Liverpool camp. And then there was the Man U, the Mank lads, as they call them, and then the others. So I am hoping that he would have learned from that experience and be able to deal with the British man, them and the local ball of them, you know, and
Mhm.
that he would make sure that from the get go, we do not have those um, divisions in the squad. I'm hoping that big up Steve Green, anyway, you're there, good midfielder, Tivoli Gardens, yeah, big up Steve Green. That Steve McClaren would be able to bring that to the table. I don't even want. I mean, I would like the GFF to be transparent so that we can know who the 5 coaches were, so that we can see that he really was a thoroughbred selection.
Mhm.
But I don't think anybody could argue with that. Even if you were looking at Steve versus Steve, like Steve McClaren versus Steve Bruce, Steve McClaren certainly had the international experience having coached England. And you can't take that away from him. Um,
So who again is what am I say about Steve, you know? So you know good or what?
Yeah, so they might give the man a 6.5. Now, what kind of dup, yo, the dome of work the man before the man land? How can you measure a coach at the man not even ball not even kick, the man not even do a press conference, the man not even say wow, go all Jamaica like how Obama did, and una grade the coach. Grade the man for what?
We can't judge a coach already, bro. We can't judge a coach. I'm sorry. Like it's too early.
When I grade about 6.5. 6.5 under your girl.
We
10 out
can't.
of 10. The coach has a blank slate. You understand, Jay Taylor? If he mess up in a Jamaica, we judge
So
him on that.
so be it.
But
So be
10
it.
out of 10, it was done within a month. So I think they did it the quickest way they could have done it. But the coach gets 10 out of 10. Um, the technical team, yeah, I didn't like the coming and hanging out names, and you know what I mean. And I think it's a bad day. Like you don't announce a coach on the day that cartel is free. But at the end of the day, that's semantics. You know what I mean? I think we have gotten a coach who is qualified. 10 out of 10 for qualifications. Experience at club level. 10 out of 10. You can't put it. I mean, Manchester United, I hate Manchester United. Stand up if you hate Man U, but you have your coach at a top 6 team. You have one silverware, won the Dutch league with FC 20. What are you going to do? What else you want? What else you want? Where does 6.5 come from? You understand what I say, Taylor?
Yeah.
So 10 out of 10 for coach Steve McClaren. And I hope it can only get better. We will hear his first press conference. And then we have 30 days in which to judge the man at the stadium. And I don't even think that would be fair, because all the players will be concentrated at the start of the season. Nobody now listen about Jamaica right now. Everybody concentrated on the start of the season. So I don't think he needs any pressure or any commentary on in terms of on the field until next year's World Cup qualifiers. You know what I mean? And then I'm going to break and give you. I believe I've heard the JFF say this the last time when Hardwinson came, and then they did something different. Mr. Speed, if you say that the coach's first, second, and third priority is to qualify Jamaica, I don't want to hear about Copa America result. We're not good. Our Nation League result was not good. You understand? Because a man might experiment, a man might try things out, because those 2 matches next summer are what is important. So I think he needs to be given a free rein to select any player that he wants to select. I think he needs to be given a free rein to put the tactics that he wants to put. I think Jay Taylor needs to be quiet if he decides to go defensive, so that we can garner the 6 points. I think Cataract needs to shut up. He doesn't want to select Anthony Grant. I just think everybody just needs to back off. I met the man work. In terms of sound, Taylor, I think
Yeah, yeah, I'm
um,
gonna love different coach still for morning though, you know. All when me just hope me understand me, I go give this coach a clear path. But me just make you know say coach if coach start turning a roach, then you
but
know
how he's going to turn into a roach.
me
A
just I
roach
tell you,
doesn't win the a roach doesn't win the Dutch league, breaking the Ajax, PSV, Feyenoord triumvirate.
The
I
same
think
with Roach.
I think both with Steve McClaren and Steve Bruce, what they brought to the table is that they can bring the best out of better than average players. But you have to be technically competent. You can't have mispass the ball 5 yards, right? But if you are technically competent, I think they can bring the best out of the team. Steve McClaren certainly is not afraid because those Feyenoord and Ajax teams, you go back and look at that's it got us, yeah man, forward man, can cataract carry. If you had any little bit of sense, brother, you would have gone and researched who was in the Ajax squad, who was in the PSV squad. Look at the quality of players. It wasn't no dibby thing. Big deal in the squad arc, baby. Big deal in go squad arc, the Ajax squad, the thing, the squad. You know, and I think Taylor, they what we can judge him on is recruitment.
Yeah.
Is he able to bring the most elite players to Jamaica, attract them to Jamaica, to the project, so that we have the best available 11, right? Is he able to have an eye for the talent in Jamaica who are born here, who are playing overseas? Can he look at a Norman Campbell and determine whether Norman Campbell? I don't want to see no man digging in no crate in the Super League. I look for the next best thing. No, that's not his job. I think that's the job of the assistant coach and the job of the under 23 coach and the job of the under 20 coach. You get me?
Yeah.
I don't want to see the man like what sense of man go look in that box and go listen to some song and see if you find a song. Me not dig up in that no box with no dust, brother. TT and Trigger them do that something there. And then go take off this song them for what you call them, rip the vinyl. And they not do that. It was a play a song. So I believe that he has to be the head coach of Jamaica. He's not near to go a beer, go chill with no man, go a arena. But no,
Yeah, the
I
man them
think
know try politicize the man, brother. And just make the man just come coach. I wanna just keep phone
a
or slack
coach,
self. You see me?
yeah man,
Just keep phone
cataract to man.
self,
The
man.
boy cataract. Keep it to yourself. Go play the sound. Yeah, that's not it. And ask tough questions though, but ask sensible questions. You know what I mean? Don't go in the meeting and ask the man what sort of formation he's going to be using. 'Cause that'd be a waste of time. I'm going to look at the comments in a minute. 'Cause you know me, I use my phone and thing. God knows some. Yo, man, a long time in the work, so I had to play some, but I'm wet yesterday. I'm soaking wet.
Mhm.
You know, um, the things that I remain positive about in terms of, I would love us to chop up recruitment, Taylor.
Yeah. Yeah,
Is
that's
he
why I
able?
talk about
Is
some.
he able to put Mason Greenwood in the squad? I don't think if he does it for September.
I don't think he can get it done that
No, I
quickly.
said if he can do it for September, I will do the most embarrassing thing I can do, which is that I would wear a Manchester United shirt, buy a Manchester United shirt, put it on and wear it. Because that would be incredible.
Yeah.
But then if he does, it will tell me that he is working with assiduously. That would be
Jeez.
assiduous working, right?
Yeah.
Because we already know that all the documentation is available, ready, it's been checked, it's good to go. The grandparents, both sides, yeah, man, they can walk through the thing. We know that. Um, Let me tell you how excited I am. buy one $300 device and somebody can even come talk to you. You get to me, I say? A expander, a Wi-Fi expander, and a router. So I couldn't miss the conversation. That's how excited I am about Steve McClaren being here. It's like Steve McClaren is the equivalent of Rory for Stone Love, Sky Juice for Betcha Media. You know what I mean?
So yeah, already.
Squingy, Glamour G, you know, Danny,
Not
Tony Mataran, Fire Links,
that's why Steve
Bodyguard. It's the
already.
top of the top. It's not big span cataract. You know what I mean? A second tier. You know what I mean? These men are the creme de la creme. Go and Google that. Any man will have anything negative to say about Steve McClaren, creme de la creme, brother. Creme de la creme. You know, remember when Rory they come reaching out inside the groove as we reach out to Sanchez inside the way. You know, they brought something to the table. And I encourage Steve McClaren to bring your innovation. Just go for it, Batman. Just go for it, Batman. You understand?
Yeah, we just don't
Yeah,
want
man.
to come put the brakes on the play them because Al Grimson would be not feeling well if he see Jamaica start playing a certain way because like why weren't they playing it this way?
Because he did what he had to do with what he had to do when he had to do it. And I'm not gonna sit here and tear down Hargreaves. So me the man called Hargreaves a punk. I don't care what you say about the man. I
Al
will
Grimson.
give him his respect, right? Because he gave us the 6 points that we needed. He qualified us to those tournaments, the Nation League, um, semifinals, and third place, and the Copa. So we had those extra games, right? So he gave us the base to take off. So don't take that on the man. We don't like how the man deal with it. They don't like how the man they deal with the thing. Yeah. But also remember, if the man never lift up, we could not get that girl here. You understand? We could not get a bad selector here to put on the song. So that work in a mysterious way. That's how Jah do the thing. You see what I say? So I still argue with that. I hope he qualifies Republic of Ireland for the World Cup and them get to land in a Jamaica group. That would be a mad group, innit? Jamaica, Republic of Ireland, and England in a one group in the World Cup 2026. Where is it, Taylor?
Yeah, that would be crazy. I think we would play England before then though.
No,
But
I don't think so. I
if
don't think so
Jamaica,
because no, England have their things planned out
mm,
like 2 years in advance, a year in advance. You know, so maybe we get them for 2026, but we need to bring them in the office. You understand? We need to bring Ivan Tony in the office and Ali Watkins, let them see where they miss out, pad. Yeah. So Taylor, can we talk about recruitment
mhm.
and what would be the expectation because that really um and culture. I think the two things we can talk is what sort of football, what sort of dressing room culture will Steve McClaren bring? And
Yeah, I heard that
secondly,
Steve McClaren is a disciplinarian, you know. Like
yeah, I heard that. I heard that.
I hope it's not too
Heard
rigid.
that. Heard
However,
that.
I heard it's
Yeah, no, man. It needs to be rigid, man. Cause man, I mean, for no say, a ball them come to play when them go in a business class and forward, yeah, so.
that sound good and great. Just remember, see, a Jamaica, I'm a go. That's all me need if you know that he's gonna be.
No. So let me put it to you this way. Cause you know, we have to compare things. In the sound business, we Paul said, I don't want no bad word person stone up. The selectors that come here, you are not Ricky Trooper, this is not Besa, this is not Kilimanjaro, this is not Cataract. Play the sound my way. And great selectors, Billy Slaughter, G Force, Disco Burr, Cancer, Rory, A whole generation of selectors came out of that. So you can be disciplined. You can hold your own. You don't have to do your thing like a next man. So if he wants to bring discipline to the dressing room, I am 100%. Meaning that, yo, man are rich. And someone can do what they want to do. If man come here, so I want party. And then come a match in a them Armini. And then Gucci shades. If the coach wants to, however he wants to set up that dressing room culture, I'm in support. But I think the three things that we will look at is the interaction with the fans, his media savvy. Is he grown up enough to know about social media? And is he grown up to know how to interact with the Jamaican media? And recruitment. I would love us to just have a moment, Taylor, and the man them in the chat to talk about the recruitment that Pilgrimson has to do, because we do need players through the door. Like how Manchester United lose them striker and them defender, and the man is saying that, yo, Ten Hag have a recruit, or Liverpool is looking and saying how Arne Slot no bring nobody through the turnstile, nobody no come through the door, and the pressure come on him. So I think that would be legitimate pressure. And I think his number one recruiting priority is the Manchester-based Mason Greenwood, the Manchester-bred Mason Greenwood. He would have to bring Mason Greenwood through the door. That's what he's going to be marked on. Can he bring Mason Greenwood over the line? And number two, Taylor, is Isaac Hayden. Because they may have interacted. I'm going to triple check again. I hadn't had the full time to dig up, but Isaac Hayden came to Newcastle in 2016, and that's the year 2016 when Steve Bruce departed. And so I want to verify if Steve Bruce is the coach that signed Isaac Hayden to Newcastle, because even as a man that has some experience with Newcastle, I am really hoping that, the CDM, you address it. And Isaac Hayden is the best available CDM to Jamaica and Greenwood. And everything else falls into place. We do need a striker like dry peas need water, you know what I mean? So I think those are his three recruiting priorities. Striker to move on. And to be able to roll over, because I don't believe Mikel Antonio is going to be starting every game this season for West Ham. I've seen him coming off the bench. I noticed that's because he was being given rest because he had a long season. What's your take? What has your sources been telling you, Taylor?
No, I think once his last coach left, I figured that Antonio was gonna, because he's a player here, that though experience, but he's part of that identity of West Ham where they play a specific way, where it's solid enough, but it's overly kind of defensive. And you have Mikel Antonio up front chasing the ball, just chasing down the ball. Maybe the new coach comes in and wants to shift that identity at West Ham. And I don't know how Mikel Antonio fits into that future plan. However, though, they're not gonna just drop him like this now. I think they're just gonna maybe use him the first half of the season. If the guys they bring in is not firing, they have him as a stopgap to do a job. But I don't think he's looked at as the Mikel Antonio as we usually look at him. I don't think it's the same Mikel Antonio. Isaac, not even 1% of Ravel. You're tripping. Antonio is staying this season.
Ravel
Jamaica.
is not a CDM. What are you talking about? I hope we can also elevate the football conversation now that we've elevated the caliber manager that we have brought in. Does Ravel tackle? Does Ravel intercept? Next comment.
Yeah, Cataract. I just noticed the following Arsenal U21 players are now listed as Jamaicans instead of English. Zane Monlewis, sorry,
Zane Monlouis. Zane Monlouis, centre back
Zane
from
Mon
Arsenal.
Kean,
Monlouis
yeah, yeah,
and Keon Edwards.
Louis, because
Keon Edwards won't be able to play for Jamaica. It's his great grandparents that are Jamaican. He struggled last.
Brian
He
Martin.
struggled
That's
last year.
Brian Martin. That's what Devon Porter told you, bro. That's like
Who?
he's that. I think Cataract was no. He was saying the Jamaica chief scout said that Hayden has told the federation that his injuries are age or stage his career. He cannot. Me hear that story there over and over. Bro, I don't
No,
care
no.
if that
So,
shows up. I don't care if he shows up.
I'm gonna speak on the Isaac Hayden thing, right?
Young
Um,
Cataract can deal with that.
no, but, I'll deal with it. I believe that so let me answer the question first about the Arsenal players. So Keon Edwards would not be able to play for Jamaica. I still hope he gets his Jamaican passport because you can get a passport if your great grandfather is Jamaican, great grandmother. You can get Jamaican citizenship and passport. I don't know that you'll be eligible for FIFA, right? But he really struggled where he went. I'm going to look it up, but he went to a club and they really were harsh about him. You know, he didn't make that jump to big man football. Keon Edwards didn't. He was prolific as an under 21 striker in the PL2. He had a very bad injury, and the player that came back is not the same player. Zaynman Louis, a cultured centre back, but he has not been out on loan. He was in the under 18. We were seeking to recruit him for the under 20, right?
He played for McClaren at Newcastle, right?
Who? Hayden? He came in the same year that Newcastle that he left. So I'm going to do the research on if it was McClaren who brought him into the squad. He did
Okay.
play for Steve Bruce, that I know. Steve Bruce is all about Isaac Hayden and Jacob Murphy. Steve Bruce went to when he got his firing orders based on that he was not changing those players and Jamal Lascelles in centre back because the Steve Ashley was a mean man. I never want to spend the money, and Steve Bruce was like, yeah, man, you don't have to spend the money for me. It's just the girl, yeah. We go and work with dumpling and butter. But I really would want to ask him about Isaac Hayden. That's what I would ask. What's his relationship with Isaac Hayden, and does he believe that he can convince the best available CDM to pin his colors to Jamaica? There's a lot in that Isaac Hayden story that can't be told. He did say some unfortunate things in an interview, but so did Leon Bailey.
That
So the
is why
same,
I don't mind if Isaac Hayden comes. If he's another potential headache, I would implore him to stay right where he is.
what do you
Um,
call headache?
anything that got to deal with headache, brother, or like headache. Any player we are gonna bring headache. Me no know any form of headache. We load them. I'm bringing. If we're gonna start with some fresh players based on what the core is already, because the core is set. Hallgrim's left an
No,
organized team. But if we don't get Hayden and those guys, I just think it's not a big deal if we don't get Hayden. Because at
you
this level of
really don't think so? Have you
I don't,
seen the guys who have been masquerading in CDM?
I don't think he has what's left in the tank that's required.
Wow.
I think the guy hasn't played a full season of football in decades. Let's be honest.
No,
The guy,
don't talk crap. Don't talk crap. He went out on loan in the last 2 years when they Saudi bought the club out, right? And the lady who she's on her way, I think she's looking to have a role in Tottenham Hotspur with her money. But Isaac Hayden, up to when Steve Bruce left, was the starting CDM. He prevented Newcastle from being relegated multiple seasons. Then he got a series of injuries, and he has done surgery and took an extended time out to deal with the injury once and for all. The player that has come back, a player that I know Devon likes, is Elijah Bada Dixon, another one who had a devastating back injury, a devastating injury, right? And when he went to QPR, man caused that Bada Dixon to go to the bench. Isaac Hayden is not a joke, brother.
Not saying he's
I'm telling you this.
Where he is in his career.
Not a joke as a player.
I'm talking about where he is in his career right now. You're acting
Yes,
like,
and we have to see he's back at Newcastle. We
you're
have
acting
to
like
see.
you're acting like he's fresh off the mill, like he just got off the
Oh,
mill.
God Almighty!
He's a
He's
little bit
not
like
off the mill. He's in the peak years of his career, 27, 28, 29.
He's 29, bro. You remember that guy? You remember the guy Kevin Stewart? This reminds me of another situation.
No, oh my God, Kevin Stewart is a different prospect. Even at the time when I said Kevin Stewart, fully developed by Liverpool. Liverpool does.
Wait.
Yeah, man. Sorry.
Evan is saying why his name being called cataract. You just as bad. What look like they want them not take their medication.
I just what?
look like
Read the comment. Read the comment for me, because
she got the pill them out of back a good brother. Cause he must say, "Oh, we bring up the man name." Yeah, so and then he must say why the man name is being called, and they must say cataract. You just as bad entertain that. Like
entertain what? Isaac Hayden? Entertain? No. Click the link and come, Devon. Because me and your friend, but I will write you off. I am saying that Isaac Hayden joined Newcastle in 2016 in the last days of Steve McClaren. And I am hoping that Steve McClaren would have had some relationship with him, even however short it was, that he can draw back on saying, yo, remember, say, I'm at the gaffer when you come, you forward at Newcastle. Remember me good, no man, come deal with my thing, I see there. What are you talking about?
Brother,
I'm saying that man need to jump off of this Isaac Hayden hate and allow the coach the room to be able to recruit Isaac Hayden, who is the best available CDM. What are you talking? Whose name is going to bring up? Elijah Bada Dixon?
Yo, you know your camera, Brian. You know have your camera, bro. You know have your camera.
Yeah, man, a camera thing I deal with, man. A camera.
A true cataract the dear camera, brother.
Yo, me there with my camera, dog. Even though me telling some have to relax in that bed, my back hurt me and me tired out. Pay some respect to the show, BAM TV.
Yeah, man. But I'm probably there on the work and stuff. But it's just a thing with me.
They probably work. A site them work, man.
Yeah, but whatever. I don't know where the man work. I'm
just
saying.
Man. When man there, but this is some man who pump on there, so when them dep on them work, brother. Yeah,
man. You see, my thing is now there gonna be days, where people can that are gonna happen. But for the majority, when me set up my stream, I'm definitely come for stream like this in the evening. Me need people if you have them camera on. You know what I mean? Like
especially man, them have them own channel where them camera turn on for them channel. Yeah.
Because when we notice, bro, my channel, to be honest, is one of the channels that entertain the most people without camera. And me just start say no, because YouTube is a visual platform, so people can call in on the audio, and if you want to show your face, but Brian has been on here with him camera already, but him probably their work or something, and I know Brian alone matter. Me just Even the other night when I messaged Mr. Leroy Smart, I'm say, you know, Mr. Leroy, have your camera on. You know, so I just I think we're trying to get. It's not that deep, bro. Guys, it's not that deep. Chauvel Hayes
It's discipline.
been for a great adventure for this manager. A lot of successful events for the team ahead. We want to see the team heading in a good direction, and the philosophy of the team is building strong. Yeah, man, that's people. And remember to hit the like on the video. Now it's like we stop hit the like. We should have been like at 100 already. We almost an hour in the show. Let me go check it and see if we did 100.
Yeah, check it. And the people with who don't like the video, that dirty behavior, change it because of Steve McClaren. Yeah, the nah like man video, yeah, picks up on yourself. It's a new coach, it's a new era. It's Emancipation 2024. 62 years of independence. Yeah, man. Emancipendence. Yeah, man. Clean up on the act. I'm like, we act right.
Yeah, people, we only have 60 likes on the video, bro. We only have 60 likes on the video. It's so terrible when I'm doing the watch back and I have to be telling people to like the video. I hate the sound of that. If the replay value, people tell me, JT, it just don't sound good when you have to, but you have to do it. You know what I mean? That's why I try to
Like,
not.
share, and subscribe. Hit
Yeah.
the notification bell. Do the right thing.
Yeah, people,
man.
just do that. Let me see how much we get it up to. We not even get it up to 80 or 90 yet. Come on,
No,
them.
man, a 200 like, man.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah,
go take up your girl phone and like the video too.
yeah.
Any man when I like the video, them did want Tapper to come back as the coach. Any man when I like the video, they want Tapper to be shortlisted.
You know why I can't take Mr. Porter serious again? Situation like that. Brother, this is a player where I play for everybody TV, you know. Like I'm player where like the whole like journalists them in the world can talk about it. Like it just seems like anytime we go talk about one player, it's like some top secret stuff like them are listening, like the CIA them on
Let me
MI.
read the comment.
Like Mr.
See if
Porter,
I can get the context.
like Hayden, bro. If he doesn't come, Jamaica football still reach its potential. Whether or not he comes, great. Like, I don't know who these players were. Isaac Hayden, yes, he would come in and play a role, but he's not coming in and saving Jamaican football. First, he would have to be healthy for games, enough games. I'm not the one who made this up. It's out there. The player like Kevin Stewart, since he left Liverpool, injury, slipping clubs. Isaac Hayden as well.
No. Let me hold on. Let's break this down quickly. Isaac Hayden had surgery, major surgery, on what became a recurrent injury, and that took a long time to recover. So he was out. So 1,800 minutes in 2 years, yes. Look and tell me how many minutes in 2 years did John Russell play? Or how many minutes in 2 years has Ravel played, if you want to go there? Or how many minutes in 2 years has Tyreek McGee played? Don't come with crap. Tyreek McGee hasn't played 1,800. How many minutes in 2 years did Junior Flemings play?
You're talking about a player developed in England, and you just act like, bro, you're always
Yo,
into
brethren, are you going to listen? He went to Standard Liège on a year-long loan. And then the man, they weren't paying him. When he checked his bank account, some fraud business was going on. The club wasn't paying his wages. That's why he ended up going back to Newcastle and cutting short the year-long loan deal. And then he moved to Queen's Park Rangers in the second half of the season. And I had hoped, and I am confident that his interaction with Paul Hall was not a negative one. Paul Hall never do like Hallgrimson, like it's reported that Hallgrimson muddied the water with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, right? Paul Hall didn't do that. Paul Hall was a stand-up guy and had been working on convincing the player. So yes, even though I am not there, still the real reason was medical, to say, look, we have to find a way because my knees, and it's knee surgery, his knee is his problem, would not hold up Certainly not in no economy class travel, but the transatlantic thing where I travel, play 2 games in a window, and then come back and have to play in the season. What I was saying is that, look, I would have brought him in for the Copa because you don't have to fly back, come play nothing. I would have brought him in for the Nation League, and these World Cup qualifiers are out of season. So come and play the big games. That's what I would have looked for, the remedy for Isaac Hayden, to accommodate him as he's in his recovery
Yeah, I
stage.
understand that. I understand
Right.
that. When you guys talk about Isaac Hayden, bro, it's like, what the
Isaac
hell?
Hayden is the elite centre back, elite CDM. He also plays centre back. He is let me say elite. Yeah, elite. Did you know Isaac Hayden played camp when he was at Arsenal? He became a CDM in the opposite way that Anthony Grant became a CDM. Anthony Grant was a right back converted to CDM by Mourinho. Isaac Hayden is a cam who was converted to a CDM. 2 different kind of CDM.
You put Isaac Hayden and Anthony Grant in the same
Yes, Isaac Hayden, Anthony Grant, and Kevin Stewart
brother.
at the peak of their career. You don't know nothing about Anthony Grant at the peak of his career. You have not studied Kevin Stewart at the peak of their career, right? Let me finish the sentence. Let me finish the sentence before you give us a gunner's impression. Let me finish the sentence. I'm saying there are 3 different kinds of CDMs. Liverpool developed CDM in Kevin Stewart. A Chelsea Mourinho developed CDM in Anthony Grant. And an Arsenal developed CDM. I'll tell you who else. Craig Eastman and Isaac Hayden. Right? And they went to Newcastle, but he had already got the rudiments. They're 3 different kinds of CDM. Isaac Hayden is not. He became this hard tackling CDM at Newcastle. But that beautiful CDM that you want to see that passes the ball, he's a cam that was converted to a CDM.
Who we are talking about now? Because you always mix up them 2 people, you know, Anthony Grant.
Isaac Hayden was a cam converted to a CDM.
Yeah.
Anthony Grant is a right back converted to CDM. And you've had players who have been centre backs converted to CDM. Kevin Stewart was a pure CDM. But unfortunate, it's like Nathan Ferguson, who was a centre back, stroke, left back, right back, whose body just couldn't hold up to it. But Isaac Hayden's body has held up to. I think it's unfortunate that he got a bad injury. But don't jump on the man. The man have Jamaican blood. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery.
We're just saying that the player might have passed where you got, because I think we're getting down to a point where we can't get into the trap of just going off names now.
No, you're correct.
He's saying that he doesn't think he's at his best and his body. Why are we still thinking about bringing a guy in who's not at his best, his optimum best? Let's bring in Garfield while we're ringing that off as well. Go ahead, Garfield. Your mic is muted. Yeah, Garfield just like him always.
Taylor, you raised a good point and you asked a good question. If you're asking that, I will say this. At 80% or 75%, Isaac Hayden is still better than everything on the table.
Garfield, your audio, bro. What's going on with your audio?
By some speakers. Yeah, we are hearing about some holy thing at chop and hurt of man ears.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Like dopey in a gym with your brother. Can we go wash out the gym?
It's probably like you know that it's a gym in there. It's like a prison gym. You know behind bars?
No.
Because like them have a Wi-Fi jammer, a cell phone jammer.
You don't have no headphone. My glass. Bro.
Audio sounds terrible. It doesn't sound perfect.
It does. I hope he sort it out. I hope he get it sorted out. We're just going after big names. Does the players fit our team or the region? Says David. Big up aesthetic. That man say, bro. Me know say Isaac Hayden is whatever he is. I just don't want Jamaica to go off. We just because now this UK based player thing, bro. It has become a drug now to the fans. It has become the new drug for the Jamaican fans. And here my point on this, people. As soon as you get a hit, them want a next one. You see me? I say them say Demari, them say Greg Lee, them say all right, we get Harden, we say we get Pino.
Oh, what?
I'm talking about the fans, bro. Let me just finish speaking.
Okay.
Talking about the fans. The fans are also quite now obsessed with constantly bringing in these players. Lincoln, boss. You and Cataract for the on the show too, Yes, man. You and Cataract needs to be here. Because if him think him talk to CC him never talk. Cataract supposed to talk to Lincoln them already. Cataract them supposed to talk to Lincoln in them days when YouTube hot. And linking them, I try to get Peter Lee versus them in our team. That's why I'm linking them have respect when them here we talk football, brother. Because remember, you come on YouTube and defend Peter Lee versus them. I mean, I tell you, say, linking them time, them fresh in our space. I say, no, him no good. Him need to go, and top of them need to go. You see me? So I say,
yeah. So hold on. I want to ask Abyss this. Abyss, tell me which player fits the region, Abyss. How do you know that? Which player fits the region? I am an equal opportunity. I'm an equal opportunity beater. Man or woman or dog. Anything company and talk foolishness, me I give it, me I give it, garnet silk dub plate and chop off your head, Abyss. Explain to me what
Lincoln,
player fits the region.
bro. Check your WhatsApp, Lincoln.
Big brother, why am not calling? Just call in and see if you get better because the audio hurt the ear.
Yeah,
Stop, lad.
me over. You better know, man.
Not man.
Or it's when him. Hold on. Me,
My audio at about Cataract.
yeah, it sound better now.
No.
No. Hold on. Say something.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we are hear you clear, but me talk it, I do something, bro. When me talk your audio. Well, let me remove you. Yeah. Yeah, I hear a thing, brother. I hear a thing. You need to either just jump out of the app or something. Here. Sort out that and forward. All right. Let me take a call from GS. GS, where you saying I even know my boss? Yeah, well, go on. Can I double plate you for me in evening?
I said, Cataract, the funny live CM here.
Yeah.
Cataract.
The man just say Cataract call him sound chip out.
Look, I'm still buzzing down from last night. No, man. Emancipation.
Never hook up the wire them on the top one. The top one never hook up.
They not use the right wire. Never use the top end wire for the base. Your base has to have the right gauge. You have to have the right gauge wire for base. You know what I mean?
You must say base, I did see them string up already and people like that dimming at them house, when that
dimming at your house, man.
When that take off J for the top, I go hear that the artist I see again. Jason, where I say now?
Yeah.
It's so cheap.
What am I saying? It's really does I said to Cataract JT, I writing you said to him. He need to do some research at Jamaica too. One way I do research. I'm gonna be one say. You see me? As then get one, they want the other one.
Is this man a joker though?
Yeah.
You get me?
You can't hear me.
They push two ball at Jamaica to man. They not push nobody. Then you see, you come like them can't see talent at Jamaica. If you see you have talent, push you too. Encourage you to go places too.
So boss, yeah, you say one boss two youth at Jamaica.
No, we got most you them, but guess you know, you want to be a big man, JT. And
Yeah.
if we see a little youth have talent, we can encourage him just like everybody encourage Time Dixon fee. So they want good and everybody a look forward to good from him.
Yeah. So it's a cataract them for free up you then. But me I tell cataract them say Isaac
No.
good man. The Isaac Yaden them is
So
done.
hold on. So let me ask him. Where's Malachi? Ask him where Malachi Douglas is from. Ask him where Malachi Douglas is from.
Yeah.
We have a all-star lineup to the people. All-star lineup right now. Lincoln Boss just joined. Cataract no member Lincoln Boss them, you know. We got it on some show already though.
Yeah, man, we go at it, man. But I'm saying, I'm asking, where's Malachi Douglas born? Players like that who I gave the highest rating to. Where's he from? You nuts. I speak about talent in Jamaica that I believe can go and transcend. Didn't I send you the link and about the thing I told you Norman Campbell was in Denmark and we need to follow him and go to the games and track him. Didn't I do that?
That's one. That's one player. I definitely feel like Jamaica need to take a look on. Norman
No,
Campbell.
right. No, other man voice camera. But Taylor, I want you to be fair because you have the facts. Didn't you? I mean, you and I had conversations about Norman Campbell being in Denmark and as a show based in Denmark, we need to follow his games closely and you need to visit whenever you can. He plays near you. Isn't he born in Jamaica? When the under 20, didn't I tell you that I have a lot of time for Xander Bicknell and the heart that he has and how he thinks? So don't come with a little foolish little rubbish chatting, brother. Which two player have in which two player have in the Premier League now? Because Papi cut that. But let me hear the man breaking rules, boss.
Yeah, but go ahead linking them and Garfield.
LinkedIn in favor of breaking news, boss, like you take the man to work. I drive the ice.
Oh,
the
man.
ice vehicle.
Go on, cataract. You have to allow them ball, them pass them best, you know, man. We need some younger players, brother. Isaac and them they want to play for Jamaica, brother. Them wait till England now and see them are running. We don't want them players there, because them not going to give them best. You see me, them best pass.
Oh, them are going to play and think
about some younger players.
And think about their club. No.
Remember the man come out already in a pass, you know. Because I'm an Arsenal fan, me used to watch them ball from the academy. Him come out in a pass and say, yo, him not play for Jamaica if him not make the English team. So why now we are going to go for a player away? One, him never good enough in our first place. And now when him pass him best. And now we don't want to go for him. And that's why Jamaica not progress. We don't love all things to my brother.
You watch Isaac Hayden at Arsenal's academy. You said Isaac Hayden is not good. Do you remember that Isaac Hayden was a
good enough, brother.
He wasn't good enough.
Not because he was playing for Arsenal, brother. He not means him good.
No, LinkedIn, I'm saying to you, and let's reason this quickly because this is about Steve McClaren. Let me hear your reason. How many players, when they leave an academy or leave a club, they have to go into the championship or League One? Isaac Hayden's move was to another Premier League club. That's how good he was. He never ended up in the championship.
A Premier League club that wasn't as good at the time. A struggling club.
Virgin, you can't say that. Any ball I play for any team, them I will give him 110%. So what you are saying?
No, bro. Not really, bro. Not really. You know, it's a black and white. Ball, brother, remember what stage he is in his career, bro. The man at 29-year-old, pass around championship, league, and all about the place. No club no want to see him.
Are you mad? You've ever seen Isaac Hayden play in League One? Are you nuts?
Man, no mad. All me say, brother.
The man, hold on. We have to be fair though, dog. The man played for 2 championship teams after he was injured. Right? That is Norwich and Queen's Park Rangers. Don't talk about pass around. No, man. Do better than that.
Hey, well,
Brother,
he moved around a bit.
regardless of what you say, the fact remain is not good enough, brother. Honestly,
Yo,
that's the fact.
Lincoln, me at them say come
No
like
matter how
Kevin.
you slice it,
Remember Kevin Stewart, we come play half a game and broke down. That him a come back with
yes.
a.
We don't want him play the brother.
I am, Dolan, there's a real risk. If you say to me that there's a risk that the player will come and get a career-ending injury like what happened to Kevin Stewart, right? That's a real risk. That is factual. I accept that 100%. If you're saying to me that he was not the player that he was before the injury and the surgery, I also accept that. But I'm saying to you, even at this level, he's better than anything that we have available.
Based on what? Based on your opinion or the facts?
Based on I saw him at Standard Liège. I saw him at Queen's Park Rangers. When he was at Norwich, he was getting.
Remember, so we watch him too, you know. And my opinion, I say,
Okay,
yo,
so
he's not good enough.
He's a rubbish baller. He's a rubbish baller.
He's not going to improve the team, bro. Honestly. He's not going to improve the team. That's just my opinion.
Let me ask you a question. I want to ask you a question. You and Taylor. As a CDM, is Isaac Hayden better than K-Roy Anderson? Or is K-Roy Anderson better than Isaac Hayden? K-Roy Anderson, who is in League One, who was never attracted. Is he better than K-Roy Anderson? Let me ask you.
All right, see, with Jamaica, Eddie Guna say Hayden, no thanks. That's how me feel, bro. Him can't stay away him there, brother. Me not care all
base power.
They want to talk about him like him as so savior, him and cataract. Them man the days gone, brother. Gone like a kite.
Brother, you know why I would have picked Anderson.
So why you read one comment and don't read the other one? But just answer the question I asked, please, and then answer the question.
Cataract, potentially Anderson better than him. Because Anderson just a start off in career. And there's room for improvement and development.
Exactly.
Isaac Hayden passing best, brother. There's a new coach coming in and he can teach Anderson the role. You see me? I say, Isaac, them never, brother. Them can't improve the team, brother. I'm not stop saying that. Them can't improve the team.
Okay. I will move up the Isaac Hayden and allow us to talk about other topics because you have just said the madness, right? You have just said the madness, which is that
madness according to
K-Roy Anderson, which is a player that is in developing, is better than, and the word you used was nice, potentially. You slick Rick. Potentially. You're trying to get yourself a get out of jail card. Potentially.
He's young.
Yes, he is. And I look forward to his development. Really and truly, I do. I look forward to Brandon Cover. I think is a better CDM than K-Roy Anderson. But believe you me, League One and Championship and Premier League CDM are two different things. I look forward to K-Roy Anderson moving on from Charlton. I hope Charlton gets promoted to the Championship next season. But the man, they failed. The whole Charlton setup failed, including Hector, K-Roy, everybody.
K-Roy is young, man.
Star-studded team. Yeah, he's young and he will develop. And I pray and hope. But this is about Steve McClaren. I'm just saying, I hope Steve is able to convince Isaac Hayden so that I can shut you up. Yeah. And by the way, I want to say to Abyss, I'm going to repeat something that Grant has told me again. Because he's played against most of the players in outside the Premier League, right? It's not every player in England can come to CONCACAF and play well. It's not every player in England who's in the Premier League can play international football. He said that to me more than one occasion when he made me talk and a rant. Be careful, fam. It's not everybody that you see can play.
Yeah,
this international thing is not a joke.
Grant's opinion Yeah, but Grant's opinion is not gospel. Grant can have his own
No,
opinion.
so
Just
you're
like
saying that
we can.
everybody in
What
England can
football?
play international football. That's what you're saying.
No, I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that.
I'd say to you,
But
the man said
because
to me
Grant
that,
said it doesn't mean
yeah, but I have my own opinion. I'm saying to you, I've taken heed that he has said that be careful because, not because you see a man playing in the Premier League or a player, means that he can play well or do well at international level because it's two different set of skill set required. Are you saying that that's nonsense? The man's talking.
no, it is not. It is not. It all boils down to the style of play with the coach want to play with. Some
No,
players won't fit in.
yes, that's true. That's the partly true.
You know what I
Partially
mean?
true. Go ahead.
No, may I say
But
some players
what
won't
is
fit in based on the
right?
style of play with the coach want. That's
Yeah,
why not
that's correct.
everybody are going to fit in at the system.
No, but he's
That's
talking about
it.
that
So,
style of play. He's saying international football or CONCACAF football. He's saying that the type of player, the style that you see here, not what we play, what you're coming up against, and the
the
parameters.
physical
Like,
aspect.
you know, yeah, like he's saying, like, yo, some of them Mexican man could just walk in at any team in the championship or league one. I just like, who are these man? Like, yo, they're that good. He's saying they're that good that you never heard of them. So you're coming to play against players. He say what he say. Let me tell you what another thing he said. When you're playing in England and Europe, you see these players on your TV, right? If when you go, you see the French league, you see the Spanish league, you see the Italian league, you see the Premier League, you see them.
I take a call. You come fast, Qatar. Go ahead,
Yeah,
caller.
man, come in, take the call. Take the call. Take the call.
Go ahead, caller. Go ahead.
Yo,
Go ahead, caller.
yeah. So I've been listening to this guy, the one that's driving from yesterday, right?
Lincoln.
And I think this guy is not into football. He's into getting even.
No,
And
he actually has an academy,
Well, wow. Well, that makes it worse. So if he has an academy, then that means he should apply his thinking to football and not his ego. So this is what he's saying. When I
No, it's
call
not
you,
about
you don't want to come and know that everybody refuses you. I'm not gonna take you. Right? He's not doing
not
that.
what I'm
He's not saying that on the
that's what I'm saying to
No,
develop.
that's not what I said, though. But not
are
what you said. That's not what I said, bro.
So I can't hold you at
I'm
the same
just-
standard like I'm
Me
holding
just
you.
say him look at it this way. A new coach come in. All right, we have one core set of players where we just need to fix a couple pieces.
Alright, someone
You
play
bring
ball
in a man
games.
here who come potentially give you 60-70% based on his assessment of his health, or you rather develop somebody in that role who is gonna give you a better work rate based on fitness and health.
And them
Okay.
same set of man across.
Oh, yeah,
Yo,
agree.
and them same set of man. And
Right,
them
so
same set of man across the court them, you know.
Let me hear him answer. Then let me hear him answer.
All right. So this is the smartest thing to do, right? While you are winning with him, right? Because his 60 to 70% in my mind is better than 100% of the current CDM, right?
Oh well, the current. But we are thinking about bringing in another player now, bro. Because we don't have a CDM now. That's
Right.
that's what I'm thinking.
So the question is this, JT. A little bit of anything, ain't it better than nothing?
Yes, but how about
Right.
go for a little bit when you can get what you potentially want and more?
No, but we don't have any.
What do you mean you don't have any? What do you mean?
We don't have any CDM.
Oh, we don't. I think it's the way all the coach we don't necessarily even have
Yeah,
to play
but
with a CDM
alright,
necessarily. Like,
in reality, we don't have a CDM. If we had a CDM, we wouldn't even be talking about Grant and all of them people, right? You only really right that we talk about people because we don't have any. So in reality, JT, right? Isn't a little bit of something better than nothing?
brother, me understand that concept, but in a football, I don't really in a little bit of something kind of ball game. You know,
yeah, but JT, also JT, if you have a little bit of goalkeeper, right? Would you rather
but Jamaica
no
don't have a
goalkeeper?
little bit of players. We don't have a little bit of players.
No, but we don't have any CDM.
Well, I'm not gonna necessarily say we don't have any CDM. Maybe we don't have the right player playing the CDM position. That can
All right, so
also be a situation.
Right, in the current squad, right? Who is the CDM in this squad?
I think Damian Lowe. And that's
Come on.
But that's Coach Jaime Halgrim's CDM. We had Jonathan Russell, who
Yeah,
was
no,
supposed
but
to
all
play
right.
the role. Let's say
All
the
right.
players who played then. That's what you need to say. Do we have CDMs who actually play? Because those guys, Russell and those guys were there. They just didn't play.
All right, all right. So let me see. Let me have to be fair with you, right? Because I see where the conversation is going. Like I feel like you will go by any means to prove me wrong, right? So I'm gonna say
no. It's the player. It's not you. It's specifically the player. Who me look on it, brother. I seen this movie again. Did you remember Kevin Stewart?
Yeah. But let me say
No. If I need you to remember that so you don't skip over what we're saying, or you can say you didn't. You know who the player it was.
No, I don't know who Kevin Stewart is.
So he's a player, very talented. Came up at Liverpool, started to get injury, and he just kept accumulating. He's moving down the ranks in certain clubs. He came and played about 2 games for Jamaica when we were in a disastrous situation. Didn't work out, got injured right away. I think it's out of football now or something like that. What I'm saying is, why are we gonna go through that again?
Well, I respect what you're saying, right, JT? This is how I look into it, right? And I see your point, but just even if you don't agree with my point, just see from my perspective, right? Okay. I wouldn't be having this conversation if the guy played right back, left wing, or center forward, because we are stuck at those positions, right? I'm having this conversation because the guy played CDM, and that is what we don't have. So that's why I will have a conversation about him. You see from my perspective, even if you don't agree.
But that's the role that they want team to come into play. But I'm also taking into the factor of the guy also saying he doesn't see playing for Jamaica because he can't relate to the country as well.
Right.
So it's not one factor for me. There are other things that drive it.
That's why I said. But that's why I said I am not into the getting even, like prove a point. You didn't like Jamaica, so Jamaica not gonna like,
Well,
that's just
me kind of feel a way about that because, but at the same time, people do that to Leon Bailey though. So let's be fair to Leon Bailey. People said when Leon Bailey said, "What can Jamaica do for him?" We slaughtered him. So I'm saying in this scenario, it can be a situation where he asks the question as well. When we ask the question, he says he didn't want to play for Jamaica. No, is it the time to sort through that situation there?
Right.
Why not build and start fresh? I don't like to bring baggage with me personally.
All right.
I believe in fresh starts. And
hold on, J Taylor, I wanted to stop. I want to stop you. Just ask the caller to pause for 1 minute. Exactly. 1 minute. 1 minute. Just pause and listen. Yeah. Did you know that Isaac Hayden wrote to the JFF previously before Tapper? Before 2021, he was one of the players who wrote and approached the JFF to play for them before Tapper. When Tapper was the coach.
Part after.
Yeah,
why don't you speak about that fact that he was one of the players that was holding the JFF to play for Jamaica.
Camera, is it?
Right. That's understood. So I'll catch him another day.
Yeah, man. You catch him another time. All right. Yeah, man. Cool.
Yeah, all right. Thanks for your time.
Yeah,
okay.
Man, bless. So Lincoln, you can get to adjust what the call, and then Cataract can also chime in. Lincoln, you there? Maybe I might muted, bro. All right, go ahead, Cataract, because he seems like he's not hearing me.
Okay, sorry. I'm saying that I want to move on from the Isaac Hayden situation because I think you guys are a bit dead wrong. I'm not going to breach confidentiality except to say Isaac Hayden is the person who approached the JFF, not the other way around. Things did not work out. He is almost like the Ben Godfrey situation, but not as bad as Ben Godfrey. right? Yes, I want to move on from that and get to Steve McClaren. I hope that Steve McClaren can convince Isaac Hayden to come and represent Jamaica. At this point, it's about a medical issue and how he would be able to manage his minutes playing for Jamaica
Well,
without
if
right.
he comes, yes, and
right.
if he comes, I support him like any other Jamaican. But as I said, if he doesn't come, he doesn't. I don't think the fans will be losing sleep over him not coming. I just don't think so. If he doesn't come, like people are just gonna be keep moving along, because that's what it is. The team is just like people scrutinize Leon Bailey for saying that he Jamaica can't do nothing for him. But my man I say he not really see anything because you see football again too. Getting the player is one thing, but you want to know that the person out there on the battlefield for you you have 100% loyalty in belief in what they're fighting for. And he also said he just doesn't feel connected to the country. That's
So
very
so
important for me.
so Taylor,
That's very important for me. Like when a
Taylor,
person say that, like it's like I'm begging you, say if you do something for me, cataract, when me know say you don't want to do it.
Taylor,
Like
I am
just
telling you this. I am telling you this with every being in my body. Isaac Hayden wants to play for Jamaica. I'm not going to breach confidentiality. Isaac Hayden wants to play for Jamaica, has wanted to play for Jamaica. But understand everybody doesn't come from the same background and everybody doesn't have the same good experience with the JFF. I'm saying use this as a reset button.
fault
So
again.
reset your argument. Don't
It's
talk about the Isaac Hayden of
fault again,
Tapper's
bro.
time.
Yeah,
Don't talk, don't
always push some JFF narrative still in a cataract. Big man
JFF
thing.
narrative.
Yeah, bro. Like more time, you find a way to turn things into a JFF thing.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm not turning it into a JFF thing. I'm saying at the time Tapper was the coach.
No, but you're talking about him. He contacted the JFF, and now it's gonna, bro. You start so it starts sounding weird, bro. Because Isaac Hayden could have
You know
played
you
for
don't listen. You know you
many
don't
more
listen.
after that,
You know
or
you
when.
don't
I'm
listen.
just not buying that stuff, bro. I'm just not buying it. I'm turning the light on, man. I'm just not buying it.
You just don't listen. So I want to come back to Steve McClaren. I am happy with the choice of coach. I hope he's able to convince based on his resume. Based, I'm not going to talk about Steve McClaren. I'm not going to talk about Isaac Hayden anymore because I'm not going to talk about Isaac Hayden anymore because you're tone deaf to what I'm saying. I'm saying I hope that Steve McClaren is able to convince the very best players that we need because I'm telling you, loyalty don't play on a pitch. Technical ability and capacity does. And I'm saying to you that there is nothing better than Isaac Hayden, even remotely close to his abilities, right? That I see both on the island and in England.
People, let me know in the comment section. Does um a level of, I wouldn't say
So,
patriotism, but
oh,
loyal
now you're gonna
to
change your argument. There's a
I'm
level. Yes.
how does that come into your decision making, people? I'm asking the fans a question. Like what Isaac Hayden says in the interview, I can just get over that. Great. But I'm saying for you, how do you look at that? Do you guys just say, okay, this is fine, and him can play ball, or we just continue? How do you guys look at it? Know that me, I have given my take. Cataract has given his take on it as well.
Okay. Yeah, but that'll be interesting.
Mm.
Right. And I'm not talking about Isaac Hayden, I'm talking about another player. Um, if your Jamaican father is a deadbeat, does that come into something? So remember that all Jamaican men are not good fathers. Just remember that.
Mm.
And that has been a problem in the past with an
Yeah.
elite player. Just bear that in mind. But I'm saying that I'm glad that what you said, that the slate is clean for everybody. And I hope that he's able to put together a squad of 23 players. I'm also going to say this, that Hal Grayson's core does not have to be Steve McClaren's core, but he can start there and add good pieces. I'd like to see an elite strike. I'd like to see a Cameron Archer. Cameron Archer's looked good in preseason for Aston Villa. I hope he becomes a first team squad player. You know.
Yeah. I'm sure Algrim's had approached those players though. Some of them
Cameron Archer, yes, I'm sure he has. I'm saying that Algrimson and McClaren, two different names. So I'm saying that I'm hoping with his stature, with both as a player and as a manager, and rubbing shoulders with you mightn't want to, let me put this another way. You mightn't want to piss off McClaren because he has the ear and he has Alex Ferguson on speed dial, and you might want to get a transfer to Man United in your lifetime. You know, so the way that you have to talk to McClaren nice. The way that you answer McClaren like, yo, the man that will say, yo, link me back in 2026. And a man did say that. I think that man might not want to say that to McClaren. Because maybe at a top club, you might want to get a transfer to Man U. And you won't want Sir Alex to get a call to say, yo, don't bother with that player because he has an attitude problem. He told me that, yo, check me back when you qualify for the World Cup. And we will get my papers then. And players have said that. And I have not brought up the name of those players because I believe that I am not putting up with. Right? But that was not Isaac Hayden's thing. There have been players who have said to the coach, yo, when you qualify in 2026, give me a call. I'll be ready for the World Cup. When other people have carried the water. I don't agree with that.
Catherine, let me take a call from first responder. Go ahead, my boy.
No. I'm gonna call you back. Let me call you back when I finish with my pickup.
All right, cool. Yeah,
I'm gonna call you right back. All right.
Yeah. I guess first responder sent me a message there where you see me. You think I'm going crazy for saying that. What I'm saying is just like any country, bro. I guess me and Lincoln are the only ones who agree with one another, yeah, man. And we are the only man. You see, because Lincoln, you want me feel say the man them do. Them put too much emotions in a one ball and a situation. I'm emotionless when it comes on to building a great team. You see me I say?
Oh, true.
That's how me see the best works, bro. It's like they're not just like, hey, listen, lad, you've been at our academy ever since you were a kid. We love you. We're gonna give you a contract. We're like, listen, man, we just didn't kick on, fam.
The man them stuck in our pass players. But maybe do something in the past instead of getting younger players, which become even better than the players where they have affinity to.
Do you place any as a man in football? Do you place any? How much weight do you give to experience?
Bro, experience is an important factor. Yes, brother. If the player was that good and him old, more wouldn't mind.
Oh God!
That the quality.
29 is old.
The quality me a question on brother.
Yeah,
in a phone, what you know? You see, uno thinks a man gooder than what him is, and that's the problem. Me no rate him so highly like you guys. So when you see me, me no rate him that highly, brother.
Okay.
So that's the problem.
No, I didn't want to go on the specific player, right? Because I'm going to ask you something. I'm going to call you out football-wise. But I just wanted to get the context. So you were saying experience. Yeah, experience is good. But yeah, what's experience? You know?
No, let me ask you something. That's
how you sound. That's how you sounded.
That's not what I said or what I meant. I said experience is important. However,
not
it's not the only factor in selecting a player.
It's not. Yes, no. I agree with you. Yeah. I agree with you.
Man, we have experience, brother. That, as I say, a quality I'm not important.
Right. It's a technical quality. Technical quality.
Quality is most important factor.
I agree with you there. And how can you measure? And is there a level to the quality? Is quality at the highest level different from quality at lower level? So is quality displayed in the Premier League different from quality displayed in the Championship or League One? for
in some
example.
aspect, I would say so. In some aspect, you have good players in League One, but as in addition, man, case, he's a very very young player. You know what I mean? He's coming up, and
You're
there's
giving
room for
specifics.
improvement. They're at the
You
same
say,
like in a Anderson.
is quality,
Like that
if a player displays quality in the MLS, do you judge it differently than if he has a good
yes,
game in the MLS
obviously because he's coming up against
versus the USL?
Obviously.
Okay, good. So we're on the
So what
same
is your
page.
point? Isaac now playing
I'm
in the Premier
asking
League
you. I'm
currently.
asking you now.
We're talking about specific, brother. You better try to tie up me, brother.
No, I
We're
am
talking
going to
about
go to the
specifics.
specific
Let me
now.
explain.
I'm going to go to. Oh God
Let me
Almighty.
answer the question where you answer,
answer.
brother. We have to respect each other, you know. You ask me something about that. We are talking about specifics. Zine, Isaac playing in the Premier League for Wapi Kilfilon, brother. He's not playing in the Premier League now. We're talking like he's a Premier League player currently. He's not. And some of the people not even watch
Actually, he is.
For what team?
He's a Newcastle United player.
Yeah, he's on the books, but he's not playing, mate. He's not playing, man.
He's not gonna play. He's not gonna play.
He's not there playing.
Come on, Cataract.
So let me ask a question. Let me ask a question and be like this. Is K-Roy Anderson a Premier League player?
No, he isn't.
So then what are you saying? What you're saying doesn't make sense.
No, brother. You are saying
two players
the
are
man
not
have
the
more
same
quality
status
because he's playing in the Premier League, and I am saying he's not. I never asked if Kira play Premier League or not. I used to say the man a Premier League player. No? The man no play Premier League couple of years well, no, brother.
Which couple years well? He hasn't played Premier League in 2 years.
A couple of years actually.
No, couple years well is like 4, 5, 6 years. Don't you dare try that.
Brother.
Don't you dare try that.
Couple.
Why did you say he hasn't played Premier League in 2 years?
Yeah, but see somebody refer to 3 as couple yet? No.
Couple. You know what you do? You think you're slick. You think you're Stephen A. Smith?
I think you're
my first yes. Anyway, I want to hop off of the player name. Let me just say this.
Yeah, man, come off of the player. I'm not bash the player. I don't want people to get the idea they say.
Yeah, I don't want to talk. Because I think you know better. I think you have a problem, and you would with what was said in one interview. I think honestly, you do, and I agree with you that if a man come and say, "Yo, me not like Manchester United, none part," yo, and then next day you hear say, "Boy, man, you are try capture the player," you would have a problem. So I don't have an issue with what you're saying because I do. But what I'm saying to you, believe you don't have all of the facts, and if you did have all of the facts, you might be a little more reserved than I am, right? Because I did not like what he said in the interview. I did not like it. But subsequent to that, I know other things, right?
Yeah, me kind of hear stuff. Me kind of hear things like his body breaking down because of the amount of games. They never want to risk. Yeah, me hear them things, man.
It
no one risk him career. You know what I mean?
So why we bother even think about it, bro?
Because he's better than anything that we have. That's why. But I want to talk about Steve McClaren.
Based on your
opinion. In my opinion, I haven't seen it, but I ask you.
Like man, it's just like the best, like Caicedo them level, CDM. Like
I said, he's the best. Caicedo is not available to Jamaica.
Let me just show you the way you talk about the ball. Like to me, you that talk about hitting them like Caicedo them. Like
let me tell you this. Let me warn you and tell you this. I believe that I would have loved to see Isaac Hayden. I have said it in message to the player. If you only play 3 games for Jamaica, get the passport and come back over. Because I am telling you, Isaac Hayden would battle Caicedo in a Ecuadorian shirt. Remember me tell you that. Remember me tell you that.
Man.
Remember me tell you that.
JT, yes, where the problem lie. And this is the problem lie. The man them overestimate the players them with their rate. Brother, I saw you go still out. We are football fan. You see player them with rate, we are going to say anything to defend them.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yo,
You see
let me
me?
tell you something.
That's the problem.
This guy said is a lucky brother. Yo,
When me I say is
yo, is a lucky brother. Because you're the day that Jamaica group, you're lucky.
Cataract. When me I say is, bro, like
Yeah,
the way
friend.
how you see them baller, yeah? Like we see football levels on some different levels. You see me I say? Like
Yeah.
look on them baller there, me I say, yeah, you can probably find a baller right now in the championship where you give your fee more rate.
I when me ask Cataract a
What?
question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Insane, bro.
In
If
our
you
last,
he's
wait,
not
no.
responding, he's not responding, brother.
Let me ask Cataract on the last call we call in so passionate a question. Over the last 2 seasons, yeah? How many
Yes, sir.
games have Isaac Hayden played consistently? How many games? The
He played
last 2 seasons.
so the last 6 months, he played consistently for Queen's
No, I
Park
said
Rangers.
over the last 2 seasons. No bother, brother, no bother with that. Brother.
1,800 minutes.
Brother,
And I'm saying to you, hold
me
on,
don't know
man. Hold on.
mathematics. Oh,
Answer your
me don't know
question, man. Let me
mathematics like
answer your
that. Just
question.
tell me in a game, no
Jesus
man.
Christ.
Make it
I'd have to
simple,
go and,
brother.
God, I'll have to go and look it up and
Me
listen
have
what I'm
grade
saying
two,
to you.
me have grade
Listen
2
what I'm
education. Simplify it for me, please. How many
simplify for
games?
you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll have to go and Google it. And you can go and Google it on Transfer Market. Don't come and ask me something. I'm not going to answer you. Let me answer the way that I am able to. Oh, Jesus Christ, I don't have
Make him
Isaac.
answer the question. J.E.,
Oh,
make him
God.
answer. Make him
I
answer the
don't have
question.
Isaac Hayden's games. That's in my head. What I'm going to tell you is, having watched the championship closely last year, because Leeds was trying to qualify, I followed. And I'm saying to you, he was a starter at Queen's Park Rangers. They managed his minutes, right? But he caused Elijah Bonner-Dixon to be on the bench. And Elijah Bonner-Dixon is a decent CDM prospect. Younger, probably 24 years old now. He caused him to be on the bench. When a coach was looking at him, he caused him to be on the bench. When he got to Queen's Park Rangers, he opened Paul Hall's eyes. And Paul Hall was a stand-up guy. He spoke to him continuously and saying, Jamaica. And the player was like, yes.
Brother.
Then no, it came down to a medical issue. Boy, what the medic said to me, can my body, my knees, let me be specific, can my knees them hold up to this? So it's a different Isaac Hayden now than the Isaac Hayden in 2021 who gave a careless statement in an interview.
Bad boy Isaac.
So Steve McClaren, back to Stevie. So I would want to see the culture that he brings. I would want to see him bring the kind of Manchester United dressing room culture.
Yeah.
Maybe not the same that Alex Ferguson had because he can't fling the boots at no man. Man would go outside for them things and lift up, rise up them things if you come fling the boot at no man. So don't try the Alex Ferguson thing. Alex Ferguson used to do that regular. You understand? But I think that kind of level of professionalism, what he will accept in a dressing room, people have to step up their game. I also believe that players won't ramp with him because all of those players who are in the Premier League, including a Leon Bailey, would love to play at a Manchester United one day, right? And believe you me, not only Alex Ferguson, but there are other top level coaches who he would have their number on speed dial because remember they would be looking at transfers between Man U and Chelsea and Man U and Arsenal, Man U, Liverpool, maybe. Not many players go in those directions. But certainly the big six, he would have a working relationship with them that, you know what I mean, that they would take up the phone and say, hey, I'm thinking of moving Leon Bailey to Arsenal. You were working with him in the Jamaica setup. What can you tell me? And coaches do that. You know that as an academy man, that coaches talk to coaches. So give us your take on whether the level of respect and what a man might pull with Hal Grimson would he think of pulling the same thing, the same stunt with Steve McClaren?
It depends on how Steve McClaren carry himself. If him come in and lay down the rules and implement certain things and show respect to the players, I guarantee that the man them are going to reciprocate. You know what I mean? I think you all boil down to the JFF and the standard of how them plan to operate. If them are get rid of the old style of operation, or them are going to change up the thing and respect the coach and back the coach 80%. And stop picking the team. Just leave the coach's job down to the coach.
Lincoln, you know what I really want to see? I really want to see how we change the intensity level of which Jamaica trains at. Because that was something that I think the coach Jaime didn't get right, where the intensity level probably in training didn't match the result, because he kept saying that's not how we worked on it. Here is a head coach coming in now who would have potentially gone through hundreds of drills at high intensity level with some of the best players from around the world. Like this is it. This is top stuff. He's gonna tell you this is how fast we need you guys to train to play this way in a game. If a coach doesn't know that, it's like the timing. If a coach doesn't know to set the timing and evolve, him don't know what go on. This coach is saying at Manchester United, this is how fast we train. Striker, you need to get back there in this amount of time. This is how we get this. I'm sure he brings that. And
most of the players are professionals, so they will adapt. They will adapt. You know what I mean? It's not hard for them. Most of them are professional players. It's just that they need consistency and respect and love from the coach. So at the JFF and the inner, they support the coach and back him 100%. You get what I say? If the JFF back the coach, I guarantee the players them are gonna play well. You know what I mean? With consistency. Tactical and them thing that now gonna be a problem because we have mostly professional players. We are playing at a high level in an organized league. So tactic won't be a problem.
We don't get rid of players. Yeah, so and that's what I say, bro. Like, I believe that the intensity level, that's something that I don't hear any fan or anybody who is talking about the football talking about. I don't hear anybody talking about it. I don't think they understand the intensity game. You see me I say? The intensity game, people. It's with me, I load up some heavy machine here, so people, right now. Cataract look like cataract fade. Cataract look like him fall off of the map.
Like him internet gone, man.
No, man, my internet is here. I told you, I put in I installed a brand new network in this home. J Taylor, no, I'm just dealing with.
Now on him internet, man. I knew expanded upon it.
No man, me install a ASUS expander and an ASUS router. Yeah. That's excited I am about the new coach. When I heard, I purchased it the same day on the 31st, because me have to go the conversation. I was excited as a fan. I am excited, so I put my money where my mouth is. You understand? Say it, man. Yeah, man. You know everybody know ASUS.
Business.
I'm being business. It excited me. The appointment excited me. Right? I'm ready. I'm up and running. I want to talk football 24/7. I don't want to tell them and say, yo, I have to go down the hill. At my next house, or go to my parents' house, go get the property, make a flow. Now, the work too right on my spot. My thing. Right now, I'm telling you, say, if whenever they have the business thing with me, I would have them run fiber straight to my yard, straight above my bed. Up to you. I'm so excited I am about the thing. And if Mason Greenwood, cataract. Just link cataract of people and do the right thing. If Mason Greenwood hold up a Jamaica passport, we pay the $1 million to have the fiber run right on my foot. Yeah. I better have a fiber cable I walk with so we can get the high speed. So Taylor have to say cataract. Yo, what you say, Taylor?
Let me give you some. Let me give you some credit. Let me give you some credit. I have to say though, Cataract was one of the people that will manifest that Macy Greenwood situation going extremely wrong. It's when the thing Iceland, Cataract said, remember the Panashu and Cataract said, yeah man, I just wanted nothing work out for England and something go on. Something like you must say something Panashu. And Macy Greenwood just drop right. And bro, it turned out I remember that since that day. And it turned out where Cataract kept saying it till Macy Greenwood now is in a situation where I'm almost happy play for Jamaica.
No, it's going to play for Jamaica.
You see your destiny work as well, bro. Macy Greenwood look like he's a youth where I did Fui baller and I did Jamaica forget him. I did Jamaica forget him as a baller, bro.
So let me tell you, I'm all in on a couple of players, right? I Cataract. I hope people remember that from day one. Don't care how we came down the man and tell me say them have data, me are evil. Mason Greenwood. And I said that this player will change history for Jamaica. The minute all he has to do is, and him love the gram thing, put up him passport for Instagram. Remember me tell you say some man I go run the guy embassy right at England now and kick down the door and say yo. But my mom want to pass the ball to Mason Greenwood. And I'm talking about Morgan Gibbs White. Right? But I am all in on the following players. And it's not a big list because I realize what I did in the past. I can see a man and say I was wrong. But it's just a holy party. Yo, every man. Yo. So I'm calm down a little bit, right? My voice no holy valiant and skegad, yo, the Pablo YG. I realize that Beres Haman. You understand? Yeah. Big. So let me tell you. I'm all in on Mason Greenwood. I believe Mason Greenwood is the number one priority for Coach Steve McClaren.
Yeah.
I believe Steve McClaren as coach and Mason Greenwood in a Jamaica shirt, people will be climbing over the fence. Yeah.
And then you alone can heat up at the stadium, you know. That's why I'm
No,
saying like
we'd have to build a new stadium. We'd have to do like Manchester United and get a 50,000 seater stadium.
Enough time to do that. I'm talking about what we're doing. No.
You know, man, I'm just telling you, we're back to the days where you have to put chairs on the cycle track.
Listen, man, you're thinking way outside the box, brother. It's not gonna be that full, bro.
If Mason Greenwood is turning out for Jamaica, would that be that full?
Maybe after the World Cup, Cataract. Maybe after the World Cup.
No. I'm telling you. I'm saying to you.
From the region, you know.
We take people for Cataract.
The passion gone from the region, Cataract. So
like Cataract,
maybe after the World Cup,
social makeup and bro. You just a talk of emotion. Boy, a cycle tracker go full and cheer go out there. Okay.
I'm telling you, man, will be jumping the fence. I Cataract, I'm telling you that the day Mason Greenwood puts on the black, green, and gold,
get some white wine here,
man will be jumping over the fence. Cataract says so.
100%.
Hold on. Four team from the Premier League, the JPL final. 3/4 fill the stadium. Are you telling me Mason Greenwood can't ram it? I want brother.
That's who we are talking, man. But just because the passion left this side there, man.
Yes, but that will come back. I'm saying to you, the JFF I take. No, let me make Taylor hear me say this, because I say I'm beating them. I think the JFF have outdone themselves on this one. And I'm just encouraging Mr. Speed, Mr. Ricketts, and Mr. Chung to don't stop here. Right? So I am saying that the JFF has done well with this recruitment. Do you hear that, J Taylor? The JFF has done well because you come, every time you talk about the JFF, you beat the JFF. No. I give credit where credit is due.
So more time you are, I have my biases, and more time you are biased. That's just okay, bro.
I don't have a bias. I am fighting for a cause, and I have been on the right side of history, and they have done the right thing right now. Right? Because if Cataract never do him, Miguel Coley would have been the head coach.
Cataract.
Yeah, my boss.
You can also be biased to the cause.
So cataract, you
Yeah.
make cataract easy.
Bias to the cause as well. All right,
No, I'm
go ahead.
saying there's been a higher thinking, right? There's been a higher thinking. I know what some of the discussions were when at the Raymond and his team and who we would have wanted, and I think that this Ricketts administration has gone along those lines. We realize that you needed to think big and act big, and they have done that. So I congratulate them. It is a good move, and I am praying that it works. Or any better, maybe Oli Gold or Solskjaer. I mean, I'm talking about the people who applied, but it's as good as it, right? I hear a man say, yo, remember say Oli did reject it, you know, so okay, he was not the first choice, so he's a Jamaica reject. Is that what you want to say? But he's going to do good. And I'm saying, bring home Mason Greenwood. Isaac Hayden is my number 2 in priority. I believe we need a left back upgrade in terms of Tyreek Mitchell, right? Or Rico Henry. But Tyreek Mitchell, I told you I watched the Crystal Palace versus Wolverhampton game. And boy, oh boy, he looked nice. And they had him playing further up the pitch because they played a back 3. So he was regularly in the opposition third. If you can watch that game, Jay Taylor, he was putting in those crosses. I can see players feasting on those crosses. I watched the
Cataract.
Aston Villa.
Said I disagree with Cataract on a lot, but I believe Mason Greenwood has the ability to do great things for for the attendance. But I'm just saying being realistic.
Attendance.
No, I'm
What?
talking about what I was saying, Starboy, is the realism in this is understanding where the passion for the sport is in the country right now. You get me? It's at an all-time low. It's not
No,
just
it will be reignited.
but it's not gonna be through one event. It's not just gonna
Yes,
be. It's not just one event is part of it, bro. But like Mason Greenwood now come and everybody just start love back football again.
no,
Jamaica
but
got a
Taylor,
World Cup, man. The passion will come back.
but Taylor,
You
I'm
can
talking
start
before the
play
World
ball
Cup.
again.
Taylor, you just said it out your own mouth.
Yeah,
It's not one event. It would be 2. You just said it.
you
It would
know
be
who
Steve McClaren as the coach and Mason Greenwood being recruited. So that's 2.
you know who more are gonna be there? You know that there's a lot of fans in Jamaica who only watch like Premier League and La Liga and them league there, and them not to follow Jamaica football. You see a lot of those people who they know about bit about Jamaica football, but they're like passive watchers who just write something on Instagram. Like say, yo, could them on Lamar Walker did for start? Like you can see them not really up to date with what one. You see, those people, yes, when Mason Greenwood comes there, you're gonna get more actual football fans of the sport who knows who Mason Greenwood is, and they're gonna turn out, and that will create a good base. This is no
All right.
another base. You know, Jamaica
All right.
now has to start winning. Jamaican people love winners. Just
But we
keep
have
it.
been winning.
No, bro. Me talk about really win, brother. Win, make them
But what do you
talk.
really win? What is really win? Now you're gonna go to the moment of madness. So I'm not even gonna allow you to kill yourself. What's really win? 3 points is 3 points. That's a standard. LinkedIn can tell you that he's in the business. But I
I'm saying
wanted to say
generally, man. I was talking generally, but I'll let you continue.
no. I'm saying you said you have actually said it, but you didn't even realize. I'm saying they would have done back to back magnificent moves. Steve McClaren, then Mason Greenwood is a double whammy, right? That's like blocking the game on both ends, man of a pass. But I want to say this to you. I believe, for example, if Steve McClaren is the coach and Mason Greenwood comes, that next year's World Cup qualifiers, in the grandstand, you're going to have like 5,000 Manchester United fans.
Yeah, that's what me even talk about.
Flying.
Like, yeah, me use the
We
EPL.
haven't even spoken about that.
Yeah, me said that the EPL, I got have a lot of no youth to attracted to that, and that's good fans to have actually, because those people, the team plays well now, At this meta about no linking. No, you get the people in there. That's why I say you cannot have a squad where Jamaica defend for 90 minutes. You buy a ticket, figure watch Jamaica defend for 90 minutes of a stadium. You see me say linking. That's why people want to see a brand of football which is entertaining. That's why a lot of people watch Liverpool and Arsenal and them team there. How they play, how they move the football. I'm not saying that Jamaica is gonna go there. But when you buy a ticket, you must can walk away one at a time and say, let her roll tonight. Ball play tonight.
Jamaica capable still, so I'm not worried about that. Jamaica capable of playing decent football because we have the players. You know what I mean? We just need the coaching now and the passion, like what Cataract said. Mason going to bring and the coach. Maybe it's possible. We don't know.
Yeah, it's a triumvirate.
You know what I mean?
Wow, I'm agreeing with LinkedIn.
But
wow.
LinkedIn and Cataract, that's the end result. That's the end result. And
no, that's the starting.
Starboy.
Winning is the end result. Winning is the end result, and then the wagonists will come. I'm not talking about the wagonists. I'm talking about to say to you that
Cataract, you know, see a Jamaica, Mason Greenwood came up a stadium and half a country and know say I'm up there. It's also a way you get the message out and how the thing will go work as well. Because you know, see a lot of people see the world right now in just a vacuum of the internet. Like they think that every single person in Jamaica is just walking around strolling. Everybody has a smartphone, but I'm sure
no, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. Hundreds of thousands of Jamaicans have bag of phone.
Millions of people have smartphone and go on the internet.
Smartphone. But you're dropping some gems, Taylor. You're dropping some gems, but you don't even know it. So let me tell you what the gem that you just dropped and said.
Right still enough. But Taylor said if the style of play change.
He just dropped a gem. He just dropped a gem. He just dropped a gem. He said how people are going to know. Remember when Steve Bruce name came up? All of a sudden, big papers that have millions of subscribers started carrying the story. Talk sports. So you are right. You are dropping some gems, Taylor.
But nobody covered the story of Steve Bruce actually getting the job. Not getting Steve McClaren, because I've been checking Talk Sport. They haven't covered it.
Because Steve McClaren is not Steve Bruce. That's what you didn't realize.
Yeah, I know that.
He's good enough. He's good enough. Bruce, it's thing. But I'm saying to you, when Mason Greenwood comes, believe you me, Talk Sports will be covering it. The Daily Mail, the Daily Star, the Telegraph, the Guardian, Sky Sports News, the Ian Wright Show, Match of the Day. They're going to be talking about it. Trust me. Trust me. Yeah. Every news outlet. NBC. Yeah. What's my man's name? Robbie Earl. You know, he's gonna have a story. Everybody. ESPN FC. You know, Moreno and the boys. They'll have a talk about it. Shaka Hislop. He'll have something to say. Everybody will be talking about it. The game will be full, man. You've said it, Taylor.
Sean Sullivan, every show you go on, I notice, bro, when you come in, you always leave a super chat. I notice you're very consistent. Because you don't comment a lot, but when you comment, you just want to get your point across. So, Sean Sullivan, appreciate the super chat. Thank you again, my boss. Thank you very much. Go ahead, Cataract.
No, Steve Bruce is not better than Steve McClaren.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not.
Man.
Steve Bruce is not better than Steve McClaren. I just said that. What happened? People are telling you, even Big Deal and the squad who I don't have no ratings for. He's telling you that it was it's been covered, J Taylor. I don't know what's happening with your Google.
Big Deal, squad. Yo, you need to build a sound in a lane or something.
A security company, man. You need to have a security. You need to provide the security for the man for them jump over the wall. Yo, squad, I call it. Come off the wall.
I am BLE security name that, man. We need link them to get a security for BLE. Squad out them just roll out, you know, and protect the team, protect the squad, you know. ESPN, no, I saw that different, Jay. I saw that on UK today, the UK ESPN, and they covered it. Like those guys, listen, guys.
No, but you just said that nobody did.
Hold on. People, yes, when Americans attack football, like it doesn't grab me. Like You see me? When the English them a talk football and the Europeans them, who they talk about the sports, like my mind hooked to that, bro. Like American people, them voice just sound like them a talk about basketball still or baseball. Like, you know what I mean? Like when an English person talk to you about football or a Dutch person, even though you have an accent or a French or Italian, I saw you to play the game, then you to understand football. You know, say Italy, the same thing that a lot of people, when we talk about the Enzo Fernandez situation down in Argentina, and Argentina brought in a lot of the Italians. I know that it was a country of majority Spanish, but look at what's happening. Argentina has become a country with those two cultures, and those two cultures are two of the biggest cultures in football. When you talk about Italy and you talk about Argentina, so I'm thinking there's some kind of mix going on there as well, and Argentina is winning everything. You see what I say? But when me or the American journalists them talk about football, bro, it's like I'm looking for the English stuff. Like me just feel like one big game I got me. You see what I say? Like you know what I mean? Arsenal are run out against City. You know what I say? Spurs just dump up Palace. Like I didn't think them. Me nah there some man I say, yo, how much on it the Valley today? I have to go tell me, brother. I have to go tell me, me no know. Like, come help me some big game for watch. You see what I say? So now Bordeaux, you know, Bordeaux, one of the most historic clubs in France. That club is now filed bankruptcy. That's the club of Zinedine Zidane and Petit and all those guys. That's terrible. Don't know what you know about that thing, Lincoln?
Yeah, man, I see reports online about it, man. And that's why the Premier League have to do everything in them paws. We try sanction City. Because the man them come in with this bag of money and then run left a club them. And financial problems. That's why Bardo a good young man, finances, them can't afford it. You know what I mean? So the French FA have to go implement certain things where clubs can come dump big money and then run well for teams them. Because at least I got reach a team them. They might go out of business. You know what I mean? And it is sad because a big club in a youth. Zidane them and the whole of them and the go Koof them. Big club win all the League One over France. And a good look for football. And a good look at all, boy.
Yeah. So not a good look for football. But that's how it goes, man. Clubs go down all the time. Is the Qataris who has the money to spend these days and the Saudis. Anytime you hear a big deal coming up, somebody out of Qatar, Bahrain, or one of those Gulf states talking the real money. You know what I mean? So to own a football club, and Chelsea was one of the best run club under the oligarch, not Qatar the oligarch, the real oligarch, Roman. You see me I say? The man they come in and change the club. Literally change the club, bro. You see me I say? Jose them just a win for fun. Drogba active. Yo, people, in a my top 5 striker, let me tell you what my top 5 striker them. I tell you who are my top 5 striker. Cause I never yet telling you, who are my top 5 striker them in the world. Thierry Henry, off in my top 5 striker. But number 1, me I start at number 5 in my top 5. Me I start at number 5. Me go Drogba. Me go Henry. No, Henry for the number 2. So me I go Drogba. So we can shuffle them, you know. Henry, Nestor R9, Ronaldo, one of the best strikers me seen in the world out of Brazil. Like just the most complete.
You really put Drogba in a top 5 striker.
Yeah, bro. Drogba in for me, bro. Like Drogba was a goal poacher, brother. Like what more? Drogba
overrated, brother.
Drogba and Samuel Eto'o, bro. Eto'o comes in there for me too.
Drogba overrated, man. Drogba can't a top 5 striker of all time, brother. No chance. Not even a top 10.
Why that can't happen?
Only pump. You have whole heap a better striker than Drogba, brother. Whole heap. More than 20 striker better than Drogba. Can't be in the top 5, brother.
You know, who your top 5?
Yeah, Suarez, them, Lewandowski. Eh?
Who is your top 5?
Yeah, all right. Let me tell you my top 5. You have Suarez, number 5. See?
Mm-hmm.
You have Rooney, number 4.
Oh, shoot. Me left out Suarez.
You forget them. You have Eto'o, Henry, R9.
Yeah. So one of them no will change, right? And a Drogba you have for somebody.
Yeah, Drogba can't in the top 5, brother. You have too much amazing
Who you
players.
have in there for Drogba?
Drogba is just a scorer of good goals, brother. And big, he score some big goals still, you know what I mean? But consistency over a season, how many times Drogba scored 20 odd plus goals in a one season? Lukaku scored more goals than Drogba in his career, brother. And the man them not rate Lukaku. Drogba can't see Lukaku numbers. And just because him score some big goals. You see it. So people are gonna always rate him still. But him not have the numbers, man. Him not have the numbers.
Who you have in Drogba as your top 5?
I tell you. No, Eto'o, man.
Eto'o in my top 5 already.
And Suarez, them.
Suarez, yes. Oh, you left out Van Nistelrooy, right? Van Nistelrooy in
Yeah, Van Nistelrooy in the top 5.
Okay. I don't know. People, let me know in the comment section why in your top 5. And next thing, when me did I say link into some man when I and them tell me say madness, me I say. Me I tell them say some the top MLS team them, you have top MLS team better than some lower table team in a EPL.
I agree with that. I agree with that, brother. No time. No, man. The MLS team then can't compete with the Premier League lower team. Quality different, daddy.
Let's say we use the top 4 MLS teams. You can't feel so them can't beat the bottom 3 teams in the EPL?
No.
Quality different, man. Quality different.
Struggle.
MLS can't ever beat MLS team.
That's not even a topic.
The MLS team can't ever beat the championship team. Them.
No, you're going too far now.
No,
the
man,
MLS team. No, man, you're going too far.
If Leeds book any team from the MLS, then spank them. Tell me.
No, man. The bottom 3 Premier League teams, they would struggle.
No, but Leeds them, bro. Leeds them still as Leeds, I think, at the highest paid salary squad in the
championship. Yeah. No, man, we've been selling a lot of players, out the door. We've been dumping players because we had stockpiled some players for a return to the Premier League. We had sent them out on loan, and now that they're in the championship, we have to get rid of them.
MX, the Mexican League. If some of them teams they can beat up some lower. I want some.
No, the hold on, man.
Not now. Now the MX is not as good as it once was. You see, the MX used to be a good league, Don't
underestimate Liga MX. But Jail Taylor, you probably are talking about a one-off game, but over a season, if you put the top MX team and the top 2 MX team and the top 2 MLS team, they'd probably get relegated over a season.
Say MX better than MLS though, bro.
What league are you talking? Championship or Premier League?
Can't hear you.
No, I say, what league were you referring to when you say put the 2 top teams?
EPL, Premier League.
But they wouldn't survive in a championship either.
No, they would survive in a championship. We have some bad teams in the championship. They'll survive in the championship, but they wouldn't survive in the EPL.
They don't have the quality to survive.
For example, I believe that. I
overrate the MLS too much, brother. MLS not good enough, man.
Me just say, bro, I don't know, bro. I just
watch MLS game all the while.
Let me tell you.
I go watch MLS game all the while. Quality
poor.
I'm watch a Premier game, brother. A different quality, brother. far.
So I am saying,
It's not even
I'm saying
close.
to you, the MLS, if the top MLS team and the top Mexican team went into the Scottish League, I don't think they would win.
Them would have get relegated to United
No,
Scottish
they
League.
wouldn't get relegated out of the Scottish League, but they wouldn't win. They wouldn't place above Rangers and Celtic.
Yeah.
MLS not ready, brother. MLS not ready.
But I got distracted for a minute at answer something. Cause I know this is the holiday weekend, so the big sauna place. Somebody else I deal with the man and we're going to check up with sauna again. Hear me now. I was telling you, I think the top 5 things that's in the inbox. People always say, "What's in the inbox of the new coach?" Mason Green recruitment, Isaac Hayden for me, Tyreek Mitchell dealing with the left back situation, because I think we have seen that there's a gap between Amari Bell and Greg Lay. There's a gap in quality. The left back, and I think a striker would be important. I would love us to re-talk again to the Cameron Archer, Ellis Sims. I'd like to hear us re-talk to them. A player who I think, and I have to give Devon Porter some credit for this player, Keenan Davis. I am not a fan of his, but the man turned into a legend at Udinese. Injured all season and then come on with the last game and one of the last kicks of the game to score the goal that kept Udinese up. So I don't know, but I think that Cameron Archer and Ellis Sims, one of those 2 strikers, would be a priority for me as number 4, and a Cam in either a Morgan Gibbs White. Yeah, would do it for me. Or Todd Cantwell. But Morgan's Gibbs White or Todd Cantwell, that level of Cam is in inbox.
What about Smith Rowe?
My thing says Smith Rowe cannot represent. I am hearing about some loophole. I don't know.
Him father and a Jamaican?
No, man. It's the game that he played, the official World Cup qualifier that he played. I think it's against Albania, one of them small countries there. Check a cap. Against, I think it's a nation league. No, man, it's not a friendly. It's not a friendly. It's a nation league. It's nation league. No, he was over 21. He was over 21. He was 21 at the time. Gareth Southgate really did him dirty.
Oh, but if him do it on purpose, we can't find loopholes, man.
I'll look and see. I don't know. I'll look and see. But I don't want to overwhelm the coach. I just think that an improvement on what we... So, for example, Morgan Gibbs White is a massive improvement on Casey Palmer. You understand? Casey Palmer can't wash Morgan Gibbs White car, much less carry him boots. Massive. Right? No, but tell you the truth. You as a man that has an academy and scout talent. It's a big gap.
A big gap, man. It's not even close. A massive gap.
It's not even close. But that would be a game changer in terms of a man pulling the strings. And we could see Bobby Reed's retirement, Bobby Reed's transition, right? But Gibbs White wouldn't cause people to tear down the stadium gate to come in. But he would improve the team.
Because man, a big name like a Mason Greenwood, but yes, he would have improved the team. Man. Them man, the way I talk about game changers. There's Gibbs White, them game changer. Mason Greenwood, game changer. I welcome them players there. You see me, I left them at 29, but still welcome them because they're a game changer. You see.
Tyreek Mitchell on the left back would be a game changer. Tyreek Mitchell would be a game.
Yeah.
Did you watch the game, Taylor? Did you watch the Wolves game?
No. But yeah, Derek. Yeah, man. So didn't watch the game, man. But hopefully, I guess I think Simon's supposed to drop some dates on when the coach will have his press conference because he has a month now and a few weeks. He's still at Manchester
Not
United
a month
on
and a few weeks. He's got a month,
month. He has a month, right? So he's at Manchester
1 month.
United now currently. Um, at Manchester United because the team has to return, and I think that will be his last stint. So he's just coaching them up now, and I think then that situation should be solved where he gets on the island. No, as soon as he gets on the island,
Sorry,
I think he has to be
Taylor, can
working.
you confirm? Can you confirm? Because what I read in the news is that he's left Manchester United.
Okay, yeah. Let me
They
ask.
said some things. They said some things were done in the background because Manchester United is supportive of this move. So some things were done, and he's left Manchester United. He's not in Jamaica, but he's left Manchester United. Because remember, even though the game is on the 6th, you have to submit your squad, and then you would have to have the 2 weeks to get the release. So it's actually even though the game is on the 6th, if he doesn't call up the players to get the release done, then they won't be able to be in the squad because the season would have started in full swing.
Yeah, I just check it out. I can ask Simon Preston as well. I think Simon is live, but I don't think Simon is gonna think this is some highly CIA stuff. Like every time you ask about certain things with Jamaica, the people them get frantic. Like, like in England, they probably would just say, yeah, the coach is gonna be leaving his summer house somewhere, you know what I mean, in 2 days, and he joins up with the team, and it's just like basic information out there. When you ask about Jamaican football, bro, it come like you have to crack some code on Jumanji or
High
something.
level, high level, high level, high level. MI5,
Like
Mocha,
it's like
Yeah, man.
Mocha.
Them say I go oversee the returning of the players. After that, him I go
yeah,
be
that me
part
here
of
the
the
last
Jamaica.
time.
He's
That
gonna
me here
what?
the last time.
Him I go oversee the returning of the players where they in America upon the tour. After that, him I go head to Jamaica. And
I
that the
heard
website
that,
say,
but there,
money
but
website.
there were some other statements say there. Check up the articles of McClaren that says that the way had been paid for him to exit.
I don't see nothing about that. But at the website, me
Because,
actually see
because
it on the money.
no, because the last preseason game, my friend, is a couple of days before the Premier League start. That's August 15th. That's like the 11th or
No,
something like that.
it's not the last. It's the tour in America. I don't know if them have other tour schedule, but when them done in
Oh,
America, that him a oversee.
okay.
Just the tour in America, in the USA.
Sure, yeah.
That's it. No
Yeah.
other.
And Nigeria, you know that Nigeria wanted him. Nigeria
Yeah.
reached out to him and he chose Jamaica as well. So, because Nigeria is in a similar situation like us. So,
Yeah.
Nigeria saw
Super
this was a
Eagles.
strategic move to get this guy. Because, he would have helped to pull some players for Nigeria as well. The Nigerians are thinking about
Mhm.
that.
Eddie Nketiah and I think the guy at Chelsea, John Obi Mikel came out with some madness.
No madness. I'm opinion that. What him say, nothing wrong with what him say.
What is his opinion?
Yeah?
But I think Nigeria have a little bit the quality of the players for Nigeria are probably closer to England.
Yeah, them should have
Call-ups.
do far better than what them do. Nigeria, them have too much quality to their place. No know what wrong with it.
But
With them team.
the African thing is a competitive thing, Super Eagles, Ghana, the Black Stars, it rough. Egypt,
They have good
the ramp
players.
with Egypt, brother. Morocco.
But Nigeria have really good players, though, brother. Them fear do way better
Yeah,
than
They
what
do
them.
it.
Nigeria and Jamaica goes to a similar situation where they have a
Yeah.
lot of
Well,
young.
maybe they can get Ole gonna. Maybe they can get Ole.
Let me finish one sentence. One
Oh,
sentence.
sorry.
So I try to get off one sentence. Yeah, the Nigerian them, just like all the Jamaicans are entrenched in British society, the Nigerians are also there, and Nigerians play football very well. Jamaicans, the Nigerians would look at us like kind of like babies in a way. How them see ball game. Because when a baller left Nigeria a certain way, we not accept a championship him go. He might go Serie A, he might go. Them man they have baller in every league. I'm not talking about
them have good academy over them, man. Them have good academies, Because past players actually invest money in developing players. So that's why them have good coaches. Them always go have a conveyor belt of talent. Unlike Jamaica, we don't really love football.
Population.
And just 2% of Jamaica love football, brother. You see, the people them care about track and field more than football. That's why I go to Nigeria with way more players.
Yeah. Nketiah can't
spend money
start.
on them things.
Yeah. Nketiah, listen, bro, and Arsenal is continuously trying to do this. Win the league without a number 9. I know it can happen, but that number 9 is who gets you that tough goal midway in the season, or where it just like things are tightening up. You're gonna play a Bournemouth, and Bournemouth is gonna stick you up for 2 points and draw the game. You need a gritty number 9 there to either tear off a header or make a run or make something. And that's what City has over
It don't have to
Arsenal.
be a number 9 in a JT. It can be a game changer. It can be a winger. Enough. When we get where you don't necessarily have to be a number 9. It can be a player with a little bit more quality with defenders fear. It can be a winger or a midfielder. Just a game changer.
Let me take the call from first responder, and then me go on a last thing. You see me? If you make gonna just wrap it up. Simon is also messaging me. No, I don't. No, he said Manchester United did a press release yesterday. Okay, just in case I didn't read it, Simon, that's why I asked you. You're gonna send me all over the place. Like, come on, bro. England, and he said he will stay in England until Manchester United returns from preseason. Okay, thank you, Simon. You're a good press officer. That's why I root for Simon. He always comes through clutch. I always root for Simon Preston. He does his job, and he does his job very well. I really give Simon a lot of credit, even when it wasn't cool for people to give Simon a lot of credit, because a lot of people thought Simon has sold out and whatever. And I'm like, no, guys, we need a Simon in there. Simon is obsessed with doing things right as well, as far as his job is concerned. I can't talk about his life, but as far as his job, Simon believes in doing things correctly. And I have to appreciate a person who sees doing something correctly that important. You see me? All right. First responder, you there? First responder, you hear me? Oh, right. Hold on. Bluetooth on. Sorry about that. Bluetooth on for anything a while ago, bossy. Yeah, hear me now?
Hear you, JT.
Yeah, hear me now. Yeah, the Bluetooth thing take over a while ago. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I have a question for all of you. Cataract is still around?
He's halfway asleep, but he's still here. He's hanging out.
All right. You see how everybody make it a point to say that the style of play, and if the ball now roll good, them now go to the stadium. I have a question to ask. You guys. Who is the sponsor? Adidas, right?
Yeah, Adidas. I think so.
And Adidas have make some good money off of Jamaica right now.
What? Them a full them
All
belly.
right.
Them a full them belly right now.
Yeah, and the JFF is also getting some money off all of that. So the question I have to ask all of you is if Jamaica keep winning but the ball game is not attractive, who benefit the most?
Yeah.
The sponsor.
Yeah. And yeah.
So why do we think we are the most important thing to go for the stadium to go pull it up?
Yeah.
Why we local people think say we must put our mouth in it to change Jamaica style of play and how the ball roll, or else we now watch here, we now go up there. Who benefits the most? Not the sponsor.
If we don't go up there?
What I'm saying is the sponsor benefits the most if Jamaica keeps winning.
Yeah, and Jamaica benefits as well, bro. What do you mean?
Jamaica, the JFF and the sponsor. The JFF / players and sponsor. So guess what? If nobody goes into the stadium, because we never want, all we want is a free ticket. If nobody goes to the stadium and Jamaica keeps winning, you know, so the sponsor don't need the fans.
Yeah, because Jamaica wins and it gets on the screen of Jamaica winning. Their sign is in the stadium. You don't make money as a sponsor by a whole bunch of people standing behind your sponsorship.
All right,
logo.
So JT, that's the precise point I'm trying to make. We are getting over ourselves and thinking, say, we are the best thing since sliced bread. And the coach have to cater to us because we want pretty ball roll, or else we won't go to the stadium. First of all, not everybody is going to the stadium. Not the people who talk the most don't go. That is number one. Number two is, as long as Jamaica keep winning, forget about the pretty football. This sponsor is happy, and we have a good sponsor, and that sponsor is dropping money into the coffers of the JFF. That's why we can get a good English coach.
Yeah, there's money coming in the coffers of the JFF, as
because money coming. Yeah. So the pretty football is not the number one object. We need to stop now. We need to stop now and just support the team and stop being the coach.
Yeah, that's the same thing I said. The coach is here, and first responder. You have something to tell the people about the coach before we end the show. This is the final call and the final take. We already did 2 hours. Yeah.
Well, like Cataract said, because I was listening it. Mm-hmm. The coach is starting with a clean slate. Mm-hmm. May the coach start with a clean slate. You know what? If the coach decides I'm gonna run down pretty football, I will play pretty football and lose. It's the worst thing that could ever happen to Jamaica's football at this time. And another thing somebody said, the reason why the stadium is not being filled, and the reason why a lot of people don't know about the team and lose interest are because of the JFF. Now, when Mr. Chung got hired, a lot of people were excited because they thought that new blood coming in now, smarter person coming in now.
Chris Smith, aka Diaspora Boss. Panic ground.
But the people, JT, who we think the people who are not smart is still there, not going anywhere like the Rock of Gibraltar. Them not going to change the technical director. Who the coach coming in now is answerable to the technical director, JT.
Yeah, that's true. And we're gonna.
This coach. I mean, what is the technical? Or who is the technical director directing?
Yeah.
Who am I direct?
I don't know who am I direct. Am I direct traffic? Was I direct traffic?
Yes. So that's precisely the point. So if he's there not directing anything, and we see him not direct anything, he put a shade on the whole program. They might be them one self. Now, if the JFF should say, you know what, we hire Miguel Coley as the technical director because we want to move in a different direction. All of a sudden, everybody loves the JFF all over again, but they're not doing those things. I bet you Raymond Anderson is in some cubicle right now. I work for them.
Shout out to Raymond Anderson, man. Anyway, Mr. Raymond, you have dedicated years of your life and service to Jamaica football. However it worked out or it turned out, he's still a Jamaican. Still was just the man there, and it didn't work out for him. Hope he kicks on and use that experience for something else. And
but GT, hold on. Before you give the commendation, is he a member of the JFF staff still? is Raymond Anderson.
He was never a member of the JFS staff.
Yeah,
No, no, he's not.
Jesus Christ, guys, I never want to go so deep into that, you know. Yeah, me see
So
me see
if
when I go down there, you know, me see it too.
if Raymond Anderson is still a vice president of the JFF
He is not. He is not. He is not.
Organization in the whole world.
He's not. Cataract said he's not. Cataract said he's not.
He is not.
He's not. First responder, we have to go chop up this again, you know, because
Cataract
asleep, you know, brother. Cataract asleep, you know, first responder. You say,
I'm not sleeping. I'm not sleeping.
Asleep. Guess what? Me not agree with the answer.
Yeah.
I junk thought that. A rum talk.
You know what Cataract said? Cataract asleep on Cataract here, Raymond and this.
No, I'm not. I am not sleeping. I am not sleeping. I know I support. I don't know how Raymond Anderson's name would have come into this. I mean, someone just come.
Just some banter, man. It's Cataract.
Right. I'd like to answer 2 or 3 positive questions. First responder, go respond to somebody. There's a cat in a tree somewhere. Go help an old lady. Take her cat out of the tree.
Cataract, yeah, you had a big night last night under some kind of night dew. You're probably mildew.
No, man, it was rough, but I hope I have represented myself well. As I said to you,
you have slept for a majority of the show.
No, because you asked me to give you some time to speak and let you finish a sentence. So I think I'm not sleeping. I don't know where you get this from.
Don't corner yourself. People, you see Cataract's level of interaction. When someone else is speaking, I will mute my mic and get a nap. And then I just return with my rant.
That is true. I took a couple of cat naps, mate. You know what I mean? But no, man. The two good questions. I think Team Aggressive asked a question about the creative midfielders, and I said the best available creative midfielders for Jamaica are.
You don't listen again? I mean, I think we
Team
did come up
Aggressive.
right now, Cafe Road. Come if go. But my daughter
No,
still.
I'm just answering the question. And if you hadn't interrupted, I'd have finished. Is Todd Cantwell at Rangers and Morgan Gibbs-White at Nottingham Forest.
You know, we're gonna get back in a positive realm. This is a part where you probably need to do a show on the channel now where you're dealing with these overseas players. Whoever you want to do it, just text me what you need and I set up the show for you and I'll be your producer while you get the show going.
No problem at all. And someone asked about, I'm not sure it's smart something asked about Tommy Doyle. No, I do not refer people to Ian Campbell. I have a different approach than Ian Campbell. Don't agree with Ian Campbell's approach. And Tommy Doyle, he's eligible to represent Jamaica. I don't know about any approach being made to Tommy Doyle.
No,
he's not at Manchester City anymore.
Like, what's the deal? Cataract need to come up with a name. He might well do a show like that. He can just be however he want to do it. You know, if he wants to do it live,
we can do it. We can do it live because live is always good for the interaction. But let me say one thing, though, JTL. I want to plug something and put something to you. Because everybody has said we are playing fantasy football. Can you set up a league for all the man them?
I told these guys that we're setting up a league here. I wanted to get it in an app or a website.
No. I mean, there's the EPL fantasy football, and it allows you to set up a private league for all the man that have them more chatting. I always put it in every year.
So we wanted to give a giveaway but we can use the Premier League one, but some people just create it based on the amount of people, so you can actually see what they're doing. But yeah, we can do it that way, and we have a giveaway like every month. We give away the person who gets the most games, right? We get them £100 per month if they get it right.
Careful, come on, we hold you to that.
Yeah, but
let's get the league first.
Yeah. But it's not hard to set up. We'll figure it out. Remember, we talked like that. But it's just a smart way of getting it to work. But we will figure
interaction, you know what I mean? Let's interact and think. I might always do it every year, you know. My team just always have pure Jamaican eligible people or expand it certain time on Caribbean. Because we have to have Cole Palmer on my side. But yeah, so we can have fun and don't war. But it's a nice thing, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Big up the forefathers, big up, the runaway slave them, big up the man them when never the house slave them,
Yeah.
Yeah. The man them will resist,
We link up. We link up people.
And repatriate, we call it thing again, yeah, man. The money where them give man is a must, man. England and the country, them Spain and Portugal, they must pay.
Tomorrow over here at Jamaica Independence celebration. We're doing tomorrow night in Copenhagen. It's gonna be some baddies out.
They get the day wrong, man. January 6th, so they get the day wrong.
That's not how they do it here, bro. It's not what they're doing here. They do this thing here every year, and we just use the date, and we have an Afro Indies party after that in Copenhagen. Different vibes. Afro Indies, so it's piano, dancehall mixed with Afro beats. Bassall. It's that kind of music, them playing here. Like nobody's playing like dancehall. I think like two people they number one boss and them here dancehall play. Them actually think other people are listening to it. Like, no, bro, other people listen to other stuff. Like piano and the old school dancehall, them with them call Europe now bass hall.
90s dancehall.
Yeah, them call 90s dancehall here bass hall. Yeah, so they basically change the name of our music. And then you have the piano, which is 115 BPMs. That's important with the tempo of a party, You see, dancehall party here, why you see a lot of DJs and selectors don't tour Europe. You either have to have a sound system, but selectors don't tour Europe because people don't like when you stop and talk on the mic here. It's like people are gonna leave because they're not like they don't understand the culture in Jamaica. So this is how a man tap the song before everybody hear it. Here they say like, why does he keep stopping the song? So a DJ here, you have to be like when you're Kurt Riley. You have to be skilled. Like, and we figure out them time in there. Like sometimes for parties, a party a drop. Me have to just say, bro, easy. DJ, when you play them 5 songs here, you don't rush them. Just speed up the tempo to this and start increase. Just show them some good thing what we do at Jamaica, like they speed up tempo of the music. That helps. But the talking on the mic doesn't work in Europe. That's why you see selectors don't tour Europe. They tour the diaspora.
People have a problem with the talking because even yesterday, that's why, because there were 3 sounds there and like a couple of the youth them would come from St. Mary, the people in the want to hear them, they chat too much, man.
There's too much talking.
Sometimes you have to make the music run, you know what I mean? Make the song them run, make the rhythm run. You can intro and rhythm. You don't have to chat on every song. You know what I mean? Man drop some skies. Yo, Jamaican music is wide and deep, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the Google song when them Judy come back, that get the biggest forward for the whole St. Mary Street party. Judy come back. Just Google that song there from the 60s. Because when music's nice, you gotta play it twice. And when music hits you, feel no pain. Make good music, yeah. And you know what I mean? It will last forever. Good music or good music.
Big sound. Straight out.
Yeah, man.